Flames ever. He is a Seattle Kraken. He and his teammates get ready for preseason game number 3. The Seattle Kraken and the Calgary Flames. Good evening, everybody. I'm John Forsland. This is JT Brown, and welcome to Kraken Hockey. So, last night, not so good for the Kraken. 6-0 on the downside against the Edmonton Oilers. A different lineup here tonight, but as a team, what can they take away and build with tonight?
Yeah, I think one thing that they need to do is, well, first of all, they need to get more shots on net with traffic. They got 34 shots last game, but they weren't from the inside. They were from the outside. And one other way to do that would be to establish the forecheck. The same forecheck that they had in Game 1 versus Vancouver. That'll allow them to get more sustained zone time.
Well, they have a chance tonight, too, JT, to capitalize on the headline. That is Mark Giordano coming back here, where he played 15 seasons as a Flame, 8 as the captain, won the Norris Trophy as the NHL's best defenseman, won the Leadership Award, the Mark Messier Trophy in 2020, and you know from guys that have played with him what a stellar reputation this guy has.
Never been in a locker room with him, but I do know a lot of people, like you said, and they all have good things to say about him. He has a wonderful reputation in the NHL for being a great leader both on and off the ice.
As you do, my friend. At least that's what they tell me. As far as setting an example, none better than Seattle's number 5, and hopefully the forward group can follow the lead of what could be the first line. Jared McCann, Jaden Schwartz, and Jordan Eberle back in the lineup.
Yeah, they weren't in there for last night's offensive struggles. Hopefully by interjecting them in tonight, they'll be able to show us some of that offensive flair.
I'm going to hold you to it. And here's something, too. You can pledge allegiance to both sides. It's okay here in Cowtown. A father and a son right here, and we hope these two are still friends at the end of the night. I think they will be. We're set for action right after this. Autumn day. It turns tonight here in Calgary, Alberta, south of Edmonton, where we were last night. John Forsland and JT Brown back with you. The Kraken set to hit the ice here at the Saddle Dome for game number 3 of preseason. Philip Grubauer will lead the way. He will get his second start of exhibition play. And the fans are back, as you can see, and that's a great sight here, too, as we get set for action. And before we do, it's time once again for the national anthems, both of the United States and Canada.
Ask you to please rise, remove your hats. Join Calgary recording artist Michaela Sheedy, accompanied by Flames organist Willie Jewson, and members of the Alberta Emergency Medical Services tonight in the singing of the national anthems.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command, with glory hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for
Thank you.
Wonderful job here at the Saddle Dome as we get set for action. The Kraken look to get back to their winning ways. They are 1-1 on preseason. Calgary 0 for 2, and we take a look at the goaltending matchup. For Seattle, Philip Grubauer, it'll be his second start of preseason. Played half the game Sunday night in Spokane, allowed a couple of goals. And young Czech-born Dan Vladar gets the start for Calgary. He will be their backup goaltender this season. Played 5 games for the Boston Bruins a season ago. Dave Hackstall. The game, JT, last night didn't sit well with the head coach.
Yeah, that's the good thing about sports. And in life, there's another day we get a chance to turn the page and get right back to playing hockey.
No doubt about it. Daryl Sutter on the other side has a couple of Stanley Cups with the Los Angeles Kings, a no-nonsense guy. He took over for Jeff Ward halfway through last season. Sit back and enjoy preseason game number 3 tonight from Calgary, Alberta. Off the draw, the Kraken get it all the way back in the Flames zone. Icing is called. 8 seconds gone here in period 1. And Mark Giordano on the ice, and they were chanting his name between the 2 anthems.
No love lost. Just even though you're friends, it doesn't matter. You're on the opposite team now. There's going to be those good hits back and forth.
Little hit from Matthew Tkachuk, young leader for the Calgary Flames. It comes out to center. Christopher Tanev has the puck. He's the older brother of Seattle's Brendan Tanev, who's not in the lineup tonight. Blake Coleman goes high over the shoulder of Philip Grubauer as he snuck in behind the defense.
Yeah, that's a really good chance early. It's a good sign for Grubauer that he makes the save on this. You don't necessarily want this to be your first chance coming in, but a sauce pass, he splits behind Coleman with a great chance early on in the game, but Grubauer stands tall.
Coleman won back-to-back Stanley Cups as a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning the last 2 seasons. Signed as an unrestricted free agent. Adam Larson back in the lineup tonight for Dave Hackstall. Out to center. Puck is available, corralled by Giordano. He'll rim it by the goaltender Vladar all the way around. Blake Coleman in the center zone takes it back in his own end. He's hampered by Jonas Donskoy. He'll crank it up. Will Borgen, playing back-to-back games, goes to the corner. Loosened back of the goal. Ryan Donato gets support from Donskoy. Now Carson Soucy, the shot choked off by Michael Backlund, and it comes all the way back in. Tanev tries to clear it out. Donskoy has it for the Kraken. He's muscled by Blake Coleman, and the Flames will get to it, and they start a breakout. Michael Backlund will take it back in his own zone. Cross ice pass. Johnny Hockey has it. Johnny Gaudreau will gain the zone and clear it all the way around to the far side. Rasmus Anderson kissed along the far boards by Carson Soucy. Alexander True for the Kraken. Angles off the skate of Cole Lind, and it comes all the way back. It'll make it the length of the ice for another icing.
Gio's going in for the dump into the red line, but Lindholm finishes his check. A little bit of a pushing, shoving match afterwards, but you love to see it.
Well, you know the Flames are a little bit anxious, too, about the way they've been playing. I mean, a couple of games against the Edmonton Oilers. They lost both of those games, and they like the Kraken experimenting with lineups, but tonight they have more of a veteran unit. Soucy out of the corner, back out to center ice. And a reset here for Calgary. Nikita Zadorov, who played last season with Chicago. For Trevor Lewis, Over the line now. Glenn Godden broken up by Susi. Puck is loose. Milan Lucic flings it off the far glass. It goes over the stick of Michael Stone out to center. Now Jacob Melanson. His first duty of preseason. Trap joints by the Seattle Kraken. Now to the point. Hayden Fleury with a shot turned out by Vladar. The brothers Fleury are paired on defense tonight for Seattle. Hayden Fleury and Cale Fleury. Now Grubauer for Fleury as it moved by Cale out of the corner. Cale knocks it down. He's hampered by the Flames forechecking. Riley Sheahan gets to it. And Hayden Fleury now will look it over and start a breakout through center ice. At the line just inside of it, Cale Fleury will get it out to the center zone once again. It comes all the way back in. A little shoulder jolt that time by Justin Kirkland on Seattle's Nathan Bastian through center. Juuso Valimaki ahead for Byron Frazee. It comes all the way back in. Fleury has control, this being Hayden now, and he'll start a breakout at the end of his shift. Out to center, curling back is Jaden Shorts. As the Flames were positioned well with just about 3 minutes gone in the opening period. Cross ice pass, Schwartz at the line, and now Jared McCann by Eberle. Here's Giordano, he scores! How about that? Mark Giordano goes 5-hole on Dan Vladar. There's the big story. Giordano back at home, and the Kraken break the ice first.
Well, that's a good welcome back to Calgary for Mark Giordano. He makes the initial pass, but he gets up into the play. That's using the defense and turning it into offense. He gets through, he throws a backhand pass right through the legs. But again, it all starts with him in the D zone and creating offense.
So he takes a couple of hits, and there's the payback. And a smart play by Jordan Eberle, letting that pass go between his legs. He knew Giordano was coming, and he made no mistake off his backhand. Seattle with the early goal in a position right now that last night they were chasing the game, obviously, with a 6-0 decision going to Edmonton. But tonight, you get ahead early, and when you're on the road and you want to atone for what happened, that's a good start. Giordano along the boards, back to the point. Zadorov moved all the way across. Rasmus Andersson now clears it in, and a handle for Philip Grubauer. Mark Giordano paired on defense with Adam Larsson starts the breakout for Seattle. Through center, a little chip by Alexander True. It comes all the way in. Valimaki takes over. 2 men in on the forecheck for the Kraken. One of those was Cole Lind, and now Michael Stone has time to angle off the boards. A lead pass for Johnny Gaudreau now. Broken up that time by Carson Susi. He gets it back. Nice pass over the line. Andrew Mangiapane with a button hook. He'll lay it back to the point. Valimaki now greeted there by Will Borgen out through center ice. True will get to it. Alexander True. Melanson with a shot. Blocked at the defense by Stone. And Calgary will survive all of that. Johnny Gaudreau on the off wing. He'll assert. Drag it out in front for Backlund off the skate of Carson Susi. Now all the way back to the point man, Christopher Tanev. This way for Oliver Shillington. Back again for Tanev. They'll play it to the outside for Backlund. Johnny Gaudreau back of the goal in front for Mangiapane. Good defensive play by Alexander True. And the Kraken get out of dodge and clear it all the way back in. Shillington now for Tanev. Right on the money for Milan Lucic. The veteran will pass it in front. It deflects it on Grubauer, and he'll stop play.
It's a good start so far, almost 5 minutes into the first period. McCann has a great sense of vision to pass it back to the Giordano, who's coming in late, using the defenseman to be that second wave. Again, it's a backhand shot. Maybe he wants it back, but again, sometimes you get lucky.
Face-off won by Seattle's Riley Sheahan. Played along the boards for Mason Appleton. He was closed on by Nikita Zadorov. Now Hayden Fleury. He'll clear it ahead for Nathan Bastian. He'll go to work on the forecheck out of the corner. Appleton for Seattle, broken up. The Flames get to it. They clear it out to center. Now Cale Fleury takes a hit, gets it deep. He was kissed hard by Nikita Zadorov. Played along the boards, a pinch by Cale Fleury. Fleury goes deep in the zone. The Flames cut it off, and a breakout develops for Milan Lucic. Through center, good coverage by the Kraken. Right back with Nathan Bastian. Off a stick, patted down by Vladar. Clear to the wall. Trevor Lewis. Covered a bit by Jared McCann out of the corner. Goes by him. Giordano moves up aggressively. Mark Giordano, the goal scorer, broken up. Now the Flames will just pitch it out to center, and a reset here for the Kraken. Jaden Schwartz has open ice. Now Jordan Eberle. Refine the handle now. Adam Larson has a lane. His shot stopped by Vladar. Schwartz scores on the rebound. Jaden Schwartz in the right place. 13:59 left in the opening period. 2-0 Seattle.
Well, this is the line we wanted to look at going into this game, and they have performed already early in the first period. It's a nothing shot. Goes to the net. Larson just gets the puck on net. Schwartz right there battling in front. He spins off, and that is a great offensive mind. He's going to see the puck go. He turns off so he can get the rebound right off the pad of Vladar.
Heavy shot by Adam Larson, and the finish by Jaden Schwartz. And the Kraken in business early here in Calgary. Morgan Geekie facing off here against Byron Fraze. Schwartz with his first of the preseason. As you pointed out at the open, the McCann line with Schwartz and Eberle, the possibilities are endless, and they're likely to be the first line. Ryan Donato playing his third game of preseason. He'll rim it deep. Shillington to the outside. To the point. Losing his edge, Donato, but he did get it to the slot. It comes back for Will Borgen. He'll clear it all the way around. Donato is there for Seattle for Geekie. Geekie wedged off the play by Byron Fraze. Out of the corner, Christopher Tanev is grinding, number 8 for Calgary. And now Geekie to the point man, Susie. Geekie again for Will Borgen. And it comes back out to center. Giordano first from McCann and Schwartz at 3 minutes. Schwartz from Adam Larson and Jordan Eberle at 6:01. And the Kraken with a 2-goal lead early here in Calgary. Looking for their second win of preseason. Zadorov. Forechecked by Seattle's Cole Lind. Battle ensues in back of the goal. It kicks out. The Flames cover up, and a penalty is called up top. We'll tell you about it when we come back. 12:51 left in the opening period here in Calgary. Great homecoming for Mark Giordano on cue. Taking a couple of hits early, and the payback against his old team with the game's first goal right here. Seattle 2, Calgary, no score. Lead gets the game's first power play.
This new cross-checking rule is going to take the guys a little bit of time to get used to. In years past, this would be looked at as a nothing play, but the cross-check right there to the numbers is what's going to give them the penalty. And again, it's something that's going to take a little bit of time for the players and the refs to get used to.
Two-hander on Jacob Melanson. Seattle's power play is 3 out of 9 in preseason. Off the draw. Tanev now will send it back. Right along, and Donato will clear it back out to center. Michael Backlund up front with Mangiapane, and his shot goes off a stick. Went off Giordano. It careens out of play. We get a stoppage. The NHL has arrived in the Pacific Northwest. Watch every Kraken goal and catch every unforgettable moment of the inaugural season of Seattle Kraken hockey. Check with your local provider to see if they'll be carrying your Seattle Kraken all season long on Root Sports. Face-off control, Giordano. Start a power play breakout. 12:30 left in the opening period here at the Scotiabank Saddledome. John Forsland, JT Brown. On goals by Mark Giordano and Jaden Schwartz. The Kraken off on the right foot with a 2-0 lead. Here's Ryan Donato. He'll send it down deep for Schwartz and get it back. It eludes Mark Giordano, comes all the way down to goaltender Philip Grubauer. Calgary will change the killers. Giordano will quarterback this unit. Away from Byron Fraze, he drops it off. Here's Ryan Donato, who scored a power play goal, night number 1 in Spokane on Sunday. The Kraken are offside as they cross the Calgary line.
And this can happen sometimes in the preseason when you're getting used to playing with new players. The timing can be off on these power play breakouts. So he's jumping over. He's just a little bit offsides there. It's a tight play, but again, it's all about timing and making sure you cross at the right time.
Alexander True, Cole Lind, and Jonas Donskoy up front. Morgan Geekie, who has the puck, and Hayden Fleury will man the points. Fleury now goes across with it. Here's Donskoy. Fraze closing the gap on him. Lind in control. Fleury looks it over. Shot taken. Friendly fire off his own man, Donskoy. Now Morgan Geekie. Here's Donskoy right off the goaltender, Vladar. And you see it skitter out to center ice. A quick hitting play and a good one for the Kraken. Now inside the stripe. Valimaki gets it back out to center. Hayden Fleury will settle it down. Calgary gets positioned in the center zone. You see the time left on the game's first power play. Here's Geekie. The 23-year-old goes deep in Calgary ice out of the corner. Out of the four-man scrum. Hayden Fleury at the point. He'll walk the line a bit. Geekie now with a shot. It goes high. And it careens all the way back through center. And back in the Seattle zone with a dozen seconds left in the power play. 9 minutes gone in the opening period. 2-0 Kraken. Looking for their second win of preseason. Now Fleury. Mason Appleton. Move it by the defense of Oliver Shillington. Now Christopher Tanev for Calgary. Out of the corner. Shillington tied up. Good job by Seattle's Appleton. Here's Will Borgen. Borgen with a shot off a body blocked by Blake Coleman, and it goes out of play.
Look at Donskoy, where he's just trying to get lost. He gets hit with the puck, but he doesn't stop. He tries to find an open area where no one's around him, find a soft spot within the little defensive zone there. He's able to find it, get a nice little quick pass from True from the goal line, and it's a good opportunity on the power play.
6 shots, 5 taken by Seattle in this game. The 2 goals, the last Calgary shot was that bid in tight by Blake Coleman, 22 seconds in. Borgen's on it. Forechecked by Elias Lindholm. Was by Seattle's Riley Sheahan. Now Zadorov. A wrist shot off the stick of Sheahan. In play. A pinch by Anderson. He's cut off. Riley Sheahan in control. 2-on-1 with Nathan Bastian. He'll cross the line. Sheahan delays. And getting a shoulder to it was Vladar. Now Zadorov to the outside. Even terms on the ice halfway through period 1. John and JT with you as always. And now Adam Larson, the veteran, back on it. Larson very familiar with this building after all those years as an Edmonton Oiler in the Battle of Alberta. Through center now Giordano. Started the scoring, broken up on the back check by Michael Backlund. He'll get it out. Lead pass, Johnny Gaudreau. Mangiapane for the front. Moving into Stone. His shot blocked by Larson. Loose out in front. Adam Larson gets to it. Moving along the boards. Michael Stone will whistle one wide. It goes by Valimaki. Now a foot race, and Vladar gets there ahead of Jaden Schwartz, and the goaltender clears it in his own bench. 9 minutes, 22 seconds left in the opening period here at the Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary. A great start for the Kraken with a 2-0 lead. Take away some of the good in a 6-0 loss last night and build on it. That's exactly what Jaden Schwartz and the Kraken have done here in Calgary.
Yeah, this was an easy play, just getting it past the pinching Calgary defenseman. You have a nice 2-on-1, lays down, he makes the smart decision to take the shot, and it's a good save, but again, if you have your head up, you can make the decision when he slides whether it's time to pass or shoot.
We talked about that top line at the top of the show. Schwartz getting his goal here, the second goal tonight for Seattle. That 2-on-1, Riley Sheahan with Nathan Bastian going for the front. 9:22 left in the opening period. We're glad you have joined us tonight here on Kong. We're on King 5 Friday night from Everett, as the Kraken will have preseason game number 4 against the Edmonton Oilers. Milan Lucic won a Stanley Cup with Boston in 2011. Trevor Lewis, his shot goes high. Good stick by Cale Fleury. It eludes Christopher Tanev. He's on his horse. He's forced by Donskoy. He's got it. The centering pass goes right by Ryan Donato. And the Flames, Lucic does a good job to get it out to center. You see it come all the way back in the Kraken zone. Reversed by Morgan Geekie. Moved along by Hayden Fleury. Back out to center, drawn back by Zadorov, who's 6'7". Now Lucic, he's only 6'4". He'll lay it along. Cale Fleury taken down by Blake Coleman. Puck is available for Cole Lind. We had a couple of good sequences in last night's game at Edmonton, JT. Lind in control now. He'll drop it off through center. Jacob Melanson, 5th round draft choice, will go deep with Alexander True. Right along the board, Zadorov, blind clear out to center. The Kraken in possession again. 8:15 left in the opening period. Seattle with an early 2-0 lead. Cole Lind at the Calgary line. The Kraken are offside. We get a stoppage. If you want to join us for a preseason game up close, there are still some tickets available for the Kraken game against the Edmonton Oilers at Angel of the Winds Arena on Friday, October 1st. Limited tickets available at everettsilvertips.com. You see these Kraken jerseys everywhere. You have one?
I do.
You do?
Had to get one for the inaugural season.
With your number?
Nope, with 32.
Okay. Now Bastian with a shot turned out by Vladar. All the way back to the point, Will Borgen. Good job to keep the zone by the young defenseman. Now Appleton, shouldered by Valimaki. They go to the corner. Riley Sheahan tried to pry it out. He did. Bastian off the side of the goal, and Byron Fraze will get to it. He's punished by Bastian. It comes out now for Carson Soucy. The Kraken tag up. They have a lot of jump here tonight. Now Kirkland will take it back, the young rookie. Justin Kirkland goes across for Michael Stone. And on a change, Carson Soucy will go D-to-D with Adam Larson. Larson out to center, just about 13 minutes gone in the opening period. Eberle in the skates of Schwartz, who's onside. He's given a shove by Backlund. He'll take it deep in the zone. Michael Backlund drops it off. Calgary back out, Tanev. Headmans the puck for Mangiapane, broken up by Giordano. And now Johnny Gaudreau in the zone, cuts across with Backlund, who has it. Good save by Grubauer as he scissors out that pad on Michael Backlund. Andrew Mangiapane gave it away. Fished out to center by Jared McCann.
Yeah, the speed and the pace tonight and the physicality has this feeling a little bit more like a regular season game than a preseason game.
Well, the Kraken have upped the ante. Trouble brewing here for Calgary. Ryan Donato gets to it. He'll move deep. The Flames get to it in the person of Trevor Lewis. He elevates the puck all the way back in the Kraken zone. Hayden Fleury flushed out by Milan Lucic. Fleury does a good job on the wing for Donato. Now Cale Fleury through the middle of the ice. He'll hit the line to the outside. Donskoy, little toe drag on Lewis, who stands up. Jonas Donskoy nicely. Zadorov cut off by Seattle's Ryan Donato. Zadorov will get to it. Here's Lucic mishandling through center ice. Under 6 minutes left in the opening period. The Kraken with an early lead. After being shut out last night in Edmonton, a different group, as you will see in the preseason, as the numbers will start to dwindle, as the teams will make adjustments now as they get into the second half of preseason in terms of the roster. Now Carson Soucy moving up on Michael Stone. Valimaki drops it off. Blake Coleman. Good forechecking pressure by Seattle. Lind on the wall. This is Jacob Melanson. He'll move it in. Michael Stone ahead of Alexander True. They go to the corner. Valimaki flushed out by Cole Lind. He'll start a breakout for Calgary. You're looking at Elias Lindholm. Had a great year a season ago. Lindholm in back of the goal in front of Grubauer, and they score! Matthew Tkachuk snuck in, picked up the loose change, and Calgary is on the scoreboard.
This is a great rush coming in with speed. It just gets the puck in deep. It's a lucky bounce right to the front, but Tkachuk knows where to go to get these goals, and that's right at the blue paint. Right in front, no one takes them, no one picks up a stick, and it's a free and easy goal in on Grubauer.
So Matthew Tkachuk, who's a buzzsaw, young leader. He's a first-round pick, 6th overall in 2016. Power forward, and he cuts the lead in half. Larson in front of the goal. Lays it to the outside, intended for Mason Appleton. Backlund for Johnny Gaudreau. He'll dance a bit in the Seattle end, back to the point. Shillington goes across for Tanev. Was off Bastian, deflects in the screen for a stoppage of play. 4:45 left in the opening period. A little lifeline for the Calgary Flames after getting scored on twice. Matthew Tkachuk comes through. Round of appreciation for Mark Giordano during the commercial timeout. I don't know if my partner appreciated this moment, but our historians went back in time. What happened here?
Giordano laid a big hit on Kucherov. I kind of stepped in for my line mate there at the time, and we went after it. Gio definitely got the better of me in this one, but you know, it's not always about winning and losing the fight. It's the willingness to do it.
That's right, and you stood up for your teammate, so high marks there. But I got to ask you, what's tougher, that altercation or talking about it now and seeing that?
Talking about it now. In the moment, your adrenaline's going. You don't necessarily feel anything. So yeah, rewatching it again, watching me get beat up for the second time. Yeah.
What did he say to you?
He said, "Are you sure you want to do this, kid? It was my rookie year."
The kid said, "Yeah, I am." Shot taken. Grubauer says no on Johnny Gaudreau. 4:39 left in period one.
I did learn after that moment to get better at fighting. Now, I wasn't the best or the greatest, but I had to be able to hold my own.
Now, Nikita Kucherov had to buy you dinner after that. Did he? Or
no, I don't think so.
no?
I'm going to cash that chip in.
Oh, all right. We have contacts. Shillington now holding on to it. Maybe Yanni Gord can do something about that. Now along the board, Shillington. Mangiapane stood up. Hayden Fleury on him. Now Kale comes across. Jordan Eberle has control. Here come the Kraken out to center. Jaden Schwartz. Double teamed on the way in. Tanev, Christopher Tanev. Schwartz goes down. A good play to set up Morgan Geekie, who's broken up. And now Michael Backlund dances out to center for Calgary. Johnny Gaudreau out in front. Good defensive play by Geekie. Coming back on Mangiapane. Johnny Gaudreau cycles deep. Morgan Geekie reads it for the Kraken. And they're out to center ice. Geekie now with the ice cut in half by Fraze on him. Schwartz has scored tonight. 2-1 Seattle. 3:47 left. The opening period here at the Saddle Dome. John and JT with you, and now Fraze. Play it off the boards by Will Borgen. Ryan Donato helping out the D, flushed out. Play to the wall and back out through center ice and all the way back. And Vladar will leave it there for Nikita Zadorov. He almost turned it over right out in front. Donato gave him a big problem. Along the boards now. This develops because of all of that, and now Rasmus Andersson headmans the puck. Walker Duehr moves in for a chance, kicked out by Grubauer. Now Jonas Donskoy. Right on the money for Adam Larsson. And a shoot in by Vladar all the way around the top of your screen where Stone was hit hard by Alexander True. Larsson, Melanson, nobody home out in front. Lucic, stick battle with Cole Lynn. The Flames recoil. Michael Stone, whose brother Mark plays with the Vegas Golden Knights. Here's Lucic moving in on Shane, and then Cale Fleury. Fleury takes care of him in the corner. Adam Larsson, 2:40 left in period one. Shots are 7-5 Seattle. Riley Sheahan losing control. Alamaki quick up, finding Lucic. Broke it up again, Cale Fleury. Riley Sheahan turns it in on Dan Vladar. He mishandles and recovers. Now Lucic. Moving out to center ice. Glenn Gaudin. Get it by the defense of Cale Fleury. Left him back of the Seattle goal. Hayden Fleury broken up. Shillington shot. Went off Mason Appleton. Back again. Oliver Shillington. Christopher Tanev to the flank. He'll get it back. This way for Shillington. He'll angle in. Little stick handling maneuver. Now Tanev. Right on the money for Lucic. A sweep check by Cale Fleury on him. Bastian hit hard by Lucic, who gets it deep.
You're going to feel that anytime Lucic, rams you into the boards like that. He's a definite power forward.
Now Hayden Fleury, a shoot in and back up Vladar. Anderson out of the corner. Now Zadorov in control. Puck deflects out of play with 1:35 left in period one.
Don't miss those hits. And today has been a very physical game compared to last night's game. I think that might even be contributing to the intensity that you're seeing both in the pace of the play. Here you go. You get right in there, face against the boards. It gets you. You take a hit to make the play, but sometimes getting hit gets you into the game.
And that was probably part of the pregame message from the coaching staff, right? Because again, you read into what Dave Hackstall said after the game, and it's in preseason, but it's work habits and how you play and all that. Now a chance. Good block by Carson Soucy on Blake Coleman. But the Kraken have stepped up their physical play here tonight.
Yeah, they've responded. Calgary came right out of the gate, hitting everything that moved, and Seattle's responded well.
Eberle with a steal off a stick, off Zadorov. It's let go for Soucy. Off the official out of the corner. Kiki now gets to it. Back to the point. Carson Soucy. His shot patted down easily by Vladar. On a change, Donato goes down, moving in. 50 seconds left here in the first. 2-1 Kraken. Now Rasmus Andersson flushed out by Ryan Donato. It's by Mangiapane. Here's the goal scorer, Matthew Tkachuk. He'll dump it in. Adam Larsson sends it back. Giordano out of the corner. Adam Larsson. Little chip and chase off the stick of Jonas Donskoy. Michael Stone pays a price. Hit by Melanson. It comes out. Michael Backlund on the off wing. A shot taken wide on the stick side of Grubauer. And it deflects all the way down to Vladar. 13 seconds left in period one. Final push here for Calgary. Gaudreau. Stone. Little chip at the line doesn't work from Backlund. Denied by Giordano. Cleared in the Kraken bench for a stoppage of play. .7 seconds left in this first period. At the conclusion of period one, we'll get first period chatter from my partner JT Brown. His thoughts on a very good first period. And we'll be talking live with Mark Giordano. That'll be just great. So 20 minutes in the books here at the Saddle Dome as he gets ready for that. Let's talk about this first period and the response by the Kraken.
Yeah, this is the way you would like to see them come back after a 6-0 loss. They played with pace. They played physical. They basically threw everything they did yesterday out the window and started fresh.
No question about it. They've come to play. They've upped the ante physically. They get 2 goals early. They build a lead. They didn't have that obviously last night, so a good start for Dave Haxtell and the Seattle Kraken here at Scotiabank Saddledome. Preseason game number 3. Game number 4 will be on Friday night in Everett, as the Kraken will see the Kraken Nation in full force there. There's no question. They'll take on the Edmonton Oilers on Friday night. A special night here in Calgary. Mark Giordano coming back after 15 seasons as a Calgary Flame, 8 as the captain. In 2019, the Norris Trophy as the NHL's top defenseman. 2020, Mark Messier Leadership Award. That speaks volumes about the type of player he is on the ice, off the ice. And the good news is he's a Seattle Kraken. And there's no doubt about the excitement in town about this guy right here now in Kraken colors as you take a look at his resume. And this is the type of player you want as an example setter.
Yeah, when you have a guy that's played this many games, he has the experience. He's somebody that the guys in the locker room can lean on in any situation because he's probably been in that situation before. An excellent person to be leading your team.
No doubt about that. We know our fans are trying to learn the roster while we await Mark Giordano. We're here to make that easier for you. Here is veteran Mark Giordano on cue and who he is off the ice.
And it's time for 32 questions. Physicality. A giant octopus. No clue. Home jersey.
Hey, Mark, thanks for joining us. We cut off your 32 questions. You were doing a great job, but we cut it in half here so that we could get to you. But let's talk about the team's response, and how you guys came out right off the hop here.
Yeah, I think we just got to work on getting better details as we go on in camp here, and I think that period was better. Still a little bit sloppy at times, so we got to keep sharpening up here and get ready for this next period.
JT here, I've one for you. We just listened to your 32 questions, or part of it, and you said your favorite part of hockey was the physicality. What do you think about your ex-teammates taking a couple extra runs at you there in front of the bench?
I love it. It was great. I think my first shift was awful. I made a couple bad plays, and then Lindy gave me a nice bump there, got the cobwebs out.
Take us through the goal.
Yeah, I sort of saw a gap there in the middle of the ice, and I know when that canner ebbs, when they have the puck, they see everything. So Canner made a great play, but I think Ebbs made an even better play letting the pass go to me. He could have picked it off if he wanted it, and he let it go to me, and then I had a lot of room, and just at that point, you're just trying to hit the net there.
Mark, what's this experience been like coming in late last night, coming back to Calgary, going through the day? How's it been for you emotionally?
It's been good. I felt, surprisingly, I felt pretty calm. I think, just maybe before the game, a little bit of nerves, seeing the guys in warm-up and stuff like that, but felt pretty calm, feel good. Glad I did this in exhibition.
They love you here, so do we. Thanks for doing this. Good luck in the second period.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Mark Giordano, let's pick up, JT, those 32 questions. The big guy's not finished. Here's Gio.
Spend time with the family. My parents. Golf. Always a slap shot.
On that pass, though, here's a one-timer from Giordano, and they score!
My favorite player was Nick Lidstrom. My first NHL game in Toronto. Pizza. 2 creams. A breakfast burrito. Pearl Jam. Taping my stick backwards if I'm in a slump. Excel. Mint. I will say Pearl Jam Black. Twitter, just for information though. Definitely don't have one. Mountains. Traffic. My right one always. Doug Gilmour. Slap shot. 7. iPhone. I'm a cat guy, to be honest. Creamy for sure. My kids. I will say my dream car would be maybe like a Bentley SUV. I really like those. Circuit training. Definitely the Kraken fans.
He's got that right. If you want to hear more from our players, then the Depths membership is for you. That's the best place for behind-the-scenes content. Head to KrakenMembership.com to sign up. The Seattle Kraken's territory includes some of the most beautiful parts of the United States. The Kraken's Big E, Everett Fitzhugh, was lucky enough to spend some time in one of them.
I'm Everett Fitzhugh, and this is Sightseeing with Fitz.
I was taken by the moon, looking down on everything I never knew.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Man, this is gorgeous. Look at this.
Hey.
I've never seen anything like this. This is the most beautiful thing, most beautiful place I've ever been to.
So beautiful. Hey, I'm Everett, and I'm currently standing on Flat Top Mountain overlooking the gorgeous city of Anchorage, Alaska. And we're here because all of this is Kraken country, as we have the largest market in the NHL, and the great state of Alaska is part of that market. Anchorage is a hockey town. It's cold, it's full of ice. I tried my hand at skating on some of Alaska's raw and rugged pond ice, and well... Oh, that was fun. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay, we're good. Woo!
Yeah, but the locals here know how to skate a lot better than I do, and it's no wonder why. Many of them have built rinks right in their own backyards, so they can play all the hockey they want at any hour of the day.
This is Kraken country. You have outdoor rinks, outdoor hockey, the game the way it was supposed to be played right here in the Seattle Kraken backyard. This is remarkable.
That's hockey, baby. Well done. Good job, guys. Good job, guys. Sightseeing with this! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Twice now, I've mentioned Kraken territory includes Alaska. But what do Alaskans think about that? I met up with some key hockey community members to hear their thoughts.
Well, I think Seattle getting an NHL team is fantastic. You know, it's great for the Pacific Northwest. It's great for Alaska. That will become our home team and our team that we get to root for.
Everyone here, I think, in the hockey community is excited to have the Kraken starting up this fall. You know, it'll be fun, and you'll see a lot of Anchorage people in the stands.
When Seattle announced that they were going to be the next NHL expansion team, I am a Seattle Kraken fan, 100%. Alaska Airlines has always had great, you know, fares for Alaskans. It's very easy for us to get down to Seattle.
Everyone I met has so much passion for the sport of hockey, and a lot of that passion stems from the University of Alaska Anchorage Seawolves team.
The game has exploded up here, and it's because of Seawolf hockey that caused that explosion.
How important is UAA hockey to Anchorage, to the state, and what do they bring to this community?
I think they bring so much. It's hard to put any kind of value on it.
Well, I think this team means it gives the community an identity.
There weren't that many kids playing when that program started. Same thing in Fairbanks. Same thing.
Hockey is ingrained into the fabric of Anchorage. Every level of the sport is full of energy and enthusiasm. And we at the Kraken are proud to partner with Save Our Seawolves, who are working to preserve UAA's historic hockey program. I was interested in what Kathy had to say about Fairbanks. So after a couple of months back home in Seattle, I told my friends at Alaska Airlines we were heading back. But this time, we'd fly a few hundred miles further north to the subarctic city of Fairbanks.
I saw a bald eagle in person for the first time in my life, no joke. That was awesome. So it is 12:05, if you don't believe me, right there. 12:05 a.m. It's midnight. I mean, this is the land of the midnight sun. So we're in Fairbanks, Alaska right now, and we are getting set to explore this amazing city. We're gonna meet some cool people, we're gonna see some great places, and of course, we're gonna talk some hockey. Let's go.
This is the Carlson Center, home to the University of Alaska Fairbanks hockey team, the Nanooks. On the left there is Eric Largent, head coach. And behind us, you can see proudly hung banners of their most successful players. And this, well, this is their locker room.
When you guys heard that the NHL is coming to Seattle, short flight away, essentially your backyard, what were you thinking?
I think it's really neat for kids to be able to grow up dreaming to be Ice Dogs and then Nanuks and now Kraken, right? Like that's what it's all about.
Those Ice Dogs Coach Largent mentioned, well, they're the Fairbanks junior team, and they play here at the Big Dipper Ice Arena.
This is in my opinion, the pride and joy of Fairbanks, Alaska, right here, the Big Dipper. Yeah.
I met up with their GM, Rob Proffitt, who has seen Fairbanks and Alaska's passion for hockey firsthand.
I think the Pacific Northwest has been starving for something. And when you say Seattle, that just resonates because every flight when you leave here has got to go through Seattle basically, right? So it resonates with kids probably when they're young, you know.
The impact of Kraken hockey is going to spread far and wide. I cannot wait to welcome Alaskans to Climate Pledge Arena when we drop the puck.
Yeah, don't put the camera down. Everywhere you go here, there's, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, that's awesome. Like, yeah, don't put the camera down.
So we switched locales. We're no longer in Fairbanks anymore. We're in Anchorage, Alaska. Getting ready to go on a fun little, well, I won't spoil the surprise for you, but my heart's pounding pretty fast right now, I'll tell you that.
Oh boy. Where is it?
Okay, so I'm here with my man Piper right now, and as you can tell, we're about to get into some pretty interesting stuff. So just tell us what we're about to do. Why am I dressed like this?
Yeah, man, we're about to go kayaking through into Bear Glacier Lagoon, and it's a pretty special, pretty unique place. We got some icebergs out there.
Wait,
close.
Wait, icebergs? Like actual floating icebergs?
Like floating icebergs. Yeah, this place is chock-a-block full with them.
What have we gotten ourselves into? This is going to be a lot of fun.
So basically, we're gonna jump in some of these kayaks. Okay. We're gonna paddle into that fog, right over towards those giant icebergs.
Oh, okay.
As far as I know, none of these boats have been taken out by Kraken before.
That was my next question. I mean, we're gonna find the Kraken out there, right? The Kraken lives in these waters.
I can hardly begin to describe the beauty we were surrounded by in Bear Glacier Lagoon. But at the same time, I had to remember a lot of this is the result of climate change.
I love paddling through icebergs, but these icebergs came from the glacier, and this glacier is retreating at an unprecedented rate. So we're losing almost a mile of this glacier every year.
Our guide Piper gave me a lot to think about as I wove my way through the thousands of floating icebergs. And despite the thickening fog around us, my mind gained clarity on why Alaska is so important to us. It goes deeper than the icy blue waters which match our logo. It's our innate connection to this community that shares the same passion for our game. And it's the realization that our actions, every single one of ours, have an impact on the planet. I'm thankful to be part of a team working hard to minimize our carbon footprint, from our partners at Bristol Bay Native Corporation to Climate Pledge Arena. Thank you, Alaska, for this incredible journey. We're proud to call the last frontier Kraken Country. I'll see you next time on Sightseeing with Fitz.
A beautiful look at Calgary, Alberta, just south of Edmonton, as the Kraken complete This voyage of preseason, after one period, a 2-1 lead. Here's how. You take a look at the shots. Quality start for the Kraken. They were physical. They had 9 shots. They blocked 7. Calgary responded with 8 hits of their own in that game. You take a look at the special teams numbers, but partner, your thoughts.
It was a night and day difference between what we saw last night in Edmonton and what they've put out today so far in the first period.
The voice of JT Brown, I'm John Forsland. Thanks for joining us tonight here on Kong. We'll be on King 5 Friday night from Everett. The Edmonton Oilers will take on the Seattle Kraken in preseason game number 4. Along the boards, the Flames will clear it all the way back in the Seattle zone. Icing will be called here with 15 seconds gone in the second period. The Seattle Kraken make their regular season debut on Root Sports October the 14th. Don't miss a moment or a memory. Check with your provider to make sure they will carry Seattle Kraken hockey games all season long on Root Sports. You and I will be singing on Broadway that night. That'll go viral.
Not sure anybody wants to hear my singing voice.
I'd like to. Tanev now will move it. Your style's great. Now Schwartz will go deep in the zone. Shillington out of the corner. You can't carry a tune?
No.
Not at all.
The shower doesn't even like it.
Yikes. All right, Larson in control. Moved along as we quickly change subjects. Out to center for Eberle, denied by Zadorov. Blake Coleman will go cross ice for Rasmus Andersson, who knocked it down with a high stick, and that's why we get a stoppage of play. So we are halfway through, just about halfway through the preseason with this game here tonight in Mark Giordano's old stomping grounds of Calgary. Edmonton Friday night in Everett, back on Kong Saturday night as the Calgary Flames will be the opponent. That game will be in Kent. Wrapping it up in Vancouver on October 5th on Root Sports. And that'll be the final tune-up for both teams. The regular season for the Kraken will start October 12th in Las Vegas. Jonas Donskoy all the way out in front. Here's a chance for Donato, who's tripped up. And they play on. Donskoy will get to it. To the point, Will Borgen moving it by Johnny Gaudreau. Rasmus Andersson plays it off a stick. Donskoy locates it for the Kraken. He'll crank it up. His pass detected by Andersson off the glass. He's given a shove by Ryan Donato. They jam. Michael Backlund will get to it. And the Flames get it out to center. Will Borgen takes over again. In the skates of Ryan Donato. He plays it well. Here's Geekie. Back for Donato. Good back check by Johnny Gaudreau. He springs Trevor Lewis. His shot was canceled by the stick of Hayden Fleury. Scooped up by Philip Grubauer.
We have a really good chance here from Donato. Early on in the second period, a deflected puck gets right by Donato, trying to dive and get a little backhand touch there. Maybe he wanted a penalty on that, but again, probably a good no call, but it was a great chance early on in the second period.
Face off as we see in the Seattle zone off the draw. True had it, lost it. Shot taken off the goal post by Oliver Shillington. Just a whistler now, Vladar, the goaltender, where he can handle it. And the trapezoid to the flank, it's Lucic. Through center, on and off the stick of Trevor Lewis, Hayden Fleury. Moved along by Jacob Melanson. Young man from the Canadian Maritimes, and now it's taken back by Hayden Fleury. There down defense with his brother, Cale, who gives it back for Fleury. Cale Fleury now in control through center. It's wide on a cross corner dump in. Hayden Fleury will pin it deep in the Flame zone. Shillington double teamed in the forecheck. Bastian cut off. Good defense by Christopher Tanev. Now Appleton taken down, and Calgary, as we see, back out to center ice. Milan Lucic gets it by Hayden Fleury. Now Adam Larson drops it off for Hayden. Fleury gets away from Byron Fraze. He'll accelerate out to center ice. Fleury now will go off on a change, the long change in the second period. He'll go deep. Alamaki given a crunch by Bastian. The Kraken get to it. Mason Appleton low to high. Giordano cross ice. Larson. A pass for Bastian doesn't work. Here's Appleton. Mason Appleton off a stick off Fraze, and it goes out of play.
It's a good shift in the offensive zone for Seattle. They kept the pressure going. This is what we didn't see last night. It's good to see that they're back working, getting pucks back, shooting, and again retrieving. That's what's the key in how you're going to get more zone time is by when you take those shots, you're going to be the first ones to go get those retrievals. Nice little high to low, D to D pass, but he looks for a tip right into the high slot. But again, then Appleton is the first one to get to the puck. He gets the shot blocked, but it was still a good effort.
I think the Kraken are doing better at getting to the front of the net here tonight. You pointed that out after the game last night. What do you think?
Yeah, they're definitely getting to the front of the net a lot better than before and getting the shots through.
Schwartz now with McCann out in front. Matthew Tkachuk will get it out to center. And it's batted down with a high stick. If you hit the puck with your stick above the shoulder, it'll be blown dead as it is there with 16:31 left here in the second period. Both teams will roll a change here. They will face it off at center. And for our new fans, we should point out too, if you bat it down with a high stick and it goes to the opposing team, play will continue. But if you play it and your team maintains possession, it's a face-off. Geekie now with a shot patted down by Vladar. Shillington almost gave it away. Tanev now on the wall. Mangiapane goes across. Johnny Gaudreau starts a breakout cross ice. Andrew Mangiapane, little drag move in on Grubauer. Mangiapane was taken down. A penalty will follow as Grubauer will freeze.
A real shifty move there.
Seattle 28 minor penalty tripping.
He looks like he's getting ready to shoot, but he tries to just jump around him, and that's where Soucy has to kind of take the legs out from underneath him. It's a penalty. One the Seattle Kraken are gonna have to kill off, but a good move right there by Mangiapane.
Tripping call, Carson Soucy. Power play, Calgary. Off the draw, out of the scrum. Lindholm getting it back, a hand pass here. Puck was gloved by a Flame to another. Just a few seconds, 7 seconds gone in terms of the manpower advantage. Soucy for tripping at 3:52 of this second period. John Forsland and JT Brown from the Scotiabank Saddledome here in Calgary. Kraken will be here in the regular season on December 23rd. Face-off win by Riley Sheahan. Some time is killed early as it's dumped all the way down by Mark Giordano. Rasmus Andersson will quarterback this unit for Daryl Sutter. Early stages of the second period. A stretch pass, a good one. Tkachuk moving in. Coleman for the front. Matthew Tkachuk, a power move denied by Grubauer. And Riley Sheahan now will clear it all the way down to Vladar. Seattle will change the penalty killers. Rasmus Andersson starts the breakout away from Jaden Schwartz and now greeted at dead center by McCann. Then Giordano. Jared McCann back out to neutral ice. Here's Tkachuk away from Schwartz. As Seattle stacks the blue line. Tkachuk again on the wing for Coleman. He's hurried back. Good positioning by Seattle through the middle. And the long clear because of all of that is icing and a face-off in the Calgary zone.
It's always tough for the penalty killing when the team tries to score off the rush. Instead of getting set up, Tkachuk kills right to the net. Maybe a little contact with Grubauer there, but it's worth noting that afterwards there was a conversation. He made sure that his rider let him know that he wasn't intentionally going into the net.
Off the face-off, Bastian with a shot blocked by Valimaki. Fought for in the circle, forked along by Bastian, and it comes back out to center. Hayden Fleury in control, paired on defense with Will Borgen. 45 seconds left in the Kraken kill. Vladar now will settle it down for Juuso Valimaki. Pressured on the forecheck by Mason Appleton. Flames now with a final push on this power play. Seattle a 2-1 lead, which they had after one period. Michael Backlund in full flight, going wide. Play it all the way around for Michael Stone. Point-to-point with Valimaki. In the circle, Backlund. Now Stone, nice retrieval. His shot blocked in front by Hayden Fleury. Fleury gets to it, takes a hit, and lays it along for Nathan Bastian with 15 seconds left on the kill. Czech-born goaltender Vladar drops it off. Valimaki through center. Backlund now holding on to it. Cleared all the way around. Stone will get to it. Move it in for Lucic. Given a shove by Cale Fleury. Penalty has concluded. Even terms on the ice. 6 minutes gone in the second period here at the Saddle Dome. Jonas Donskoy sealed off. Lending a helping hand here and carrying the puck through center. Carson Soucy going wide. His shot goes off the stick of Michael Stone, and it goes out of play. 13:51 left to go in the second period here in Calgary. Good look at Carson Soucy, and the Kraken maintain a 2-1 lead. He gets out of the way. There's a nice look at Christopher Tanev. He's been a rock on defense. And we're joined by his brother Brandon, who's in the booth. And I got to tell you, before we get to this relationship between you two, you pulled it off again with that look.
Yeah, I don't know. I had to figure out something to do to top what we did last year. And
You did.
I guess I did it this year.
You
Yeah.
did. Rock solid. Have you ever analyzed your brother from above like you're about to?
Yeah, it's fun to watch him tonight. Obviously, my older brother, and it's great to see him and see how well he's doing in his career. But you know, he's a special player, and he's done it real well for a long time. So it's great to see him out here again.
So when you have a figure like that, and a mentor, and it's your brother, an older brother, you know, what were some of the things he passed along to you along the way?
I think, you know, just his work ethic and how he goes about his day-to-day job. You know, taking things never for granted and always working hard and being a great person and an even better teammate.
Brandon, who will become a very popular player in Seattle. Through center ice, it deflects in. Grubauer now resets it, 2-1 Seattle. Pretty good start for the boys in the first period.
Yeah, a little more jump than we did have yesterday, but you know, it's preseason, everyone's working things out, and the game looks good so far.
Yeah, different lineups, and maybe you can address that. You know, it changes from night to night early in camp, but it's really about how you play more than the result.
Absolutely. I think, you know, for our group here, it's getting together, building some chemistry, some confidence, you know, learning the systems, with the same time working hard and knowing that things need to work out well in preseason to get the season going well.
Did you give the guys any inside information on how they can beat them, or what was that like?
I mean, he's a pretty steady guy, but I think, you know, try to get pucks in his corner and play a little physical on him. I mean, he's a smart defenseman, skates well, but I mean, try to get on him and play physical and see what happens, right?
We'll see him a lot in this division. Comes out through center ice. Talk about, you know, the chemistry and how different this is. It's not just the 3 or 4 new faces. It's a brand new team. How's all that going off the ice?
I think it's great. I think, you know, all the guys know that everyone doesn't know each other. You know, everyone's new. We want to get out there and meet each other, you know, become great teammates, become great friends. And I think, you know, that comes first off the ice, and then it'll lead to on the ice in our play.
In terms of an identity that Dave Haxtell wants, inform the fans what that's all about.
I think we want to be a hard-working, resilient group, playing for each other and playing for the crest on the front of our logo. I think that's the message that we've gone in training camp, and work ethic and pushing the pace, and I think that's the group we have.
Flames now through center ice, cut off by Donskoy. Brandon Tanev, kind enough to join us here in the booth. We'll keep him for at least the duration of this game. Now it's cleared in. Just kidding. Well, don't worry. We got him on a stool. He's 3 feet above us. Now reset by Alexander True all the way back. Through center ice. True along the boards will try to get it deep. It's broken up. And you see it come all the way back in the Kraken zone. Talk to us about your new fan base. You've played in front of some great fans in Winnipeg and Pittsburgh, and now this. What's that been like?
Yeah, I think it's been awesome. Obviously, that first game that we had, to see the crowd, to see the energy in the building, and I think it's really exciting here and getting one in preseason. I think we're all excited to get that first game in Seattle, and it's going to be something real special.
Melanson taken down along the boards, got a rise from the crowd. Joined by Brandon Tanev in the booth here with 11:20 left in the second period. Shillington with a dangle through the slot. Here's Christopher Tanev across. Flames with an opportunity. Tanev from the boards. Given a bump by Melanson. It goes to the corner. Tanev will go deep for Lucic. Cale Fleury lost his stick. Tanev again in deep. To the slot. Shillington. His shot goes high. Grubauer's lost his stick too. Now comes all the way out through center ice. 10:50 left in the second period.
Couple of good chances there by Calgary. Were you getting nervous that maybe you were bad luck coming up into the booth?
Yeah, I think if they got one there, I'd have to step out of the booth and let you guys take it over.
Get the gong out. We wouldn't do that. I mean, come on now. Giordano now will get it out to center ice. Bastion in control to the outside. Here's Appleton. Off Anderson. Play it to the corner. Through center now, Coleman will get to it. You guys don't have a lot of time in terms of coming together. What's the most important thing in terms of getting to a style of play quickly, and how hard is that?
Yeah, obviously we have a limited amount of preseason games as a new group together, but I think training camp's just as important in the practices as these preseason games. So obviously it's nice to get your legs and know teammates and one another, but I think the practices are just as important as playing the games.
Brandon, thanks so much. You survived this.
Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate
We're not going to have a break here. Icing was called, so we're not going to let you go yet. We're going to come all the way back down as we surpass the halfway mark in this game. What about the town? What do you like about it?
I think just the people. I mean, obviously the outdoors, the views, you know, the weather's been great, and I think just the energy, the buzz around the city, it's been awesome for all of us to be a part of it.
And you guys will find your way, too, in a great sports town.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the Seahawks, the Mariners now making a big push. Are you a baseball fan?
I am. Unfortunately, I'm a Blue Jays fan, so they're going toe-to-toe right now.
What happened tonight? They
Jays
were ahead.
ended up winning.
They did win.
Yeah.
Okay. Just inside the line. Some great young players with the Blue Jays. Now a shot taken goes wide. That one from Jared McCann. You played with him in Pittsburgh. Talk to us about Jared.
Yeah, Canner is obviously a great player, an even better person. Skates well, one of the best shots I've seen, and obviously we saw that in the first preseason game, you know, getting his first goal with the New Jersey.
Spokane in a junior building. How was that?
It was awesome. I mean, never had the chance to play major junior, but obviously the atmosphere and the different setting was awesome for all of us.
Yeah, you made a decision to go to college hockey, play at Providence. Talk about that and the thought process. Your brother played college hockey too.
I think the value of an education was just as important as athletics in our family, so our parents really pushed education first, and we were lucky enough to do both.
There were a couple of national champs in the booth here, and I kind of level it off with absolutely nothing. Now comes all the way back in. You guys have great memories. It'll last a lifetime from those experiences. Now Hayden Fleury broken up. Walker Durr holding onto it. Durr with a chance right off the goal post. He found the rebound. They score on the follow-up. Michael Stone gets to it. Calgary has tied it.
He steals the puck right there, and he has a nice 2-on-1 coming in. He has his head up the whole way. As soon as the defender goes down, he decides to shoot. Stone with a great job following up the play. Again, it's a good look at the shot off the post. He's down and out, trying to get back, but again, it's Stone coming in with the rebound right off the post to an empty 4x6.
So Michael Stone picks up his first goal of the preseason. New story on the board. Grubauer leads it back of the goal. Another chance goes wide. That was Mangiapane. Now Mason Appleton through center. Nathan Bastian will get to it. They're dumping him back of the Calgary defense. Tanev pays a price along the boards out of the scrum. Bastian and Appleton go to work for Seattle. Just about 12 minutes gone in the second period. Continue that scrum and back of Vladar. Grind it, pried out by True. Back again, a force by Adam Larson. True for Appleton, broken up by Oliver Shillington. And a penalty will be called here. True in possession. We'll tell you about it. It's cross-checking when we come back. 7:50 left in the second period. Brandon, thanks so much.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Brandon Tanev joining us here. The Calgary Flames that just tied the game. We'll talk about that penalty when we come back. Official membership program is underway. Limited tickets for this season's home games are available exclusively to members now. Go to KrakenMembership.com for all the details. And the details on the penalty, Seattle was in possession, so it's against Mason Appleton, JT, right there.
It's another cross-check. It's the same situation as before. It's one of those ones that may not have been called in years past, but with the new enforcement, they're calling the cross-check a lot tighter. Even though it may not seem like much, that's going to be called as a penalty this year.
Power play for Calgary, 7:50 left in the second period. They have just tied the game on the goal by Michael Stone, Elias Lindholm, Blake Coleman, Matthew Tkachuk up front, Johnny Gaudreau, Rasmus Andersson on the points. Gaudreau with a shot blocked by Giordano. To the corner, Donskoy given a shove by Blake Coleman. Riley Sheahan has it, and he'll get it out. Rasmus Andersson coming all the way back to it for Calgary. Shots are 10-8. favor of the Kraken. And now Elias Lindholm moved along for Johnny Gaudreau. Entry gained by Coleman. Puck controlled by Adam Larson. He'll clear it all the way down past Vladar. And Vladar, the former Boston Bruin, drops it off for Rasmus Andersson. Seattle gets positioned well through the middle of the ice. You're looking at Johnny Gaudreau. Johnny Hockey at the line. He'll deal it away for Tkachuk. Andersson now from Tkachuk. Tkachuk goes across for Johnny Gaudreau. Andersson, now Tkachuk. Andersson, one more time. Matthew Tkachuk. His shot off the post, and it goes out of play.
He really can bring it with this shot. Head up, right away. The screen is right in front. Grubauer can't see the puck. Goes right off the post, but that was a heavy, heavy shot.
Right off the bar, break for Tkachuk. Second unit comes out for Calgary. Just under 7 minutes left here in the second period. Michael Backlund, Andrew Mangiapane, Milan Lucic up front. Here's Backlund. Nice force by Will Borgen to get that puck out to neutral ice. Mangiapane, he's onside. He's hit hard by Carson Soucy. A handle for Grubauer. Mangiapane goes down. He gets back up. He's got the puck. The point pass never got through. Broken up by Donskoy. Now Backlund for Mangiapane. Little handoff for Milan Lucic. To the flank for Backlund. He draws a defender in Donskoy. Valimaki off a stick, a defensive stick of Riley Sheahan, who has it. Here he comes in the off wing. He'll drop it off for Donskoy, blocked by Valimaki. Calgary out to center. Michael Backlund for Andrew Mangiapane. He'll pull up and he's pestered by Giordano. Lucic. Backlund, back for Lucic. What a stop by Grubauer. A reset, Valimaki. He'll think about it to the outside. Michael Backlund drawing Sheahan as a defender. Inside it goes for Big Lucic. To the outside, Backlund, Mangiapane. What a stop! Stellar save by Grubauer.
Calgary's had some great puck movement so far on this power play. It's forced Grubauer to be on his game. Right in slot, both of them right in front of the net, right in front of him. Quick reaction plays from Grubauer to make these saves. Again, it's just a quick cycle, finding the open ice right in front, but the glove says no.
Sure does. What a stop by Philip Grubauer. Finalist for the Vezina Trophy as one of the top 3 goaltenders in the National Hockey League. He appeared in 40 games for the Colorado Avalanche a season ago. 1 second left as we see on this power play. Schwartz, who has a goal tonight for Seattle, gets it out. 2 shots on the last power play for Calgary. 5:40 left in the second period, deadlocked at 2. Here's McCann, off a stick, broken up. And Walker Duehr over the line. He started the last scoring sequence by Michael Stone. Shillington with a shot. It pinballs wide off the traffic. Christopher Tanev, Cale Fleury. He'll move it along. Hayden Fleury gets to it. Laid out to center for Eberle. Here's McCann, cradling the puck. Broken up by Shillington. See it come back out to center ice. Hayden Fleury met there by Michael Backlund. Christopher Tanev will go D to D with Oliver Shillington. Here's Johnny Gaudreau, given a shove. We'll take it back under 5 minutes left in the second. John Forsland, JT Brown, Saddledome, and Calgary. Mangiapane taken down by Soucy. They go to the corner. Out of that scrum, Soucy attempts to move it. Eberle, a one-toucher for Geekie, deflects back in. Hayden Fleury takes over. Now Soucy under pressure. Here's Ryan Donato. The Kraken finally get it out. Hayden Fleury. Tough pass for Donato. Zadorov out to dead center. Here's Soucy for Seattle. He'll glide it in all the way around. On a change, Appleton hit high by Zadorov. Anderson double teamed on the forecheck. Right along the dasher for Trevor Lewis, who gives it back. Nikita Zadorov run into by Ryan Donato. Najam Donato digs it out. Good work. It's loose in back of the goal. Appleton sticks his nose in on Anderson. He'll grind along the boards. Rasmus Anderson pays the price. Knocked down by Gaudreau. Hitting to it is Donato. They'll move it by Appleton around Will Borgen. Good sequence for the Kraken. Here's Appleton. Low to high. Giordano at the point. All the way across for Will Borgen. Borgen with a shot sealed off by Vladar. 3:45 left in the second period. Good pressure by Seattle inside the walls of the Saddle Dome, where this game is deadlocked at 2. Giordano coming home, and it has been a physical game right in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, it has been a physical game. You see him push him into the bench there. Lucic has had some big hits. Bastian's had some big hits. It feels like everyone's came out today with a little bit more attitude. None bigger than that one right there. But again, this is what's making it feel a little bit more than just a preseason game. All the physicality tonight.
Some preseason work for the ice crew here in Calgary. Broken glass, so they'll get to it, get the ladder out. We got some time here. How about a tip of the cap to our production team? Ryan Shaber, Patrick Brown, our director, John Jacobson, our associate producer. Ryan's the boss as our producer, but they had to make the trek from Spokane to Edmonton, back to back here to Calgary. And if you want to have some fun at home while we wait for this to be fixed, just Google how you get from Spokane to Edmonton to Calgary. It's not easy, JT.
It's not as easy
on a
as
commercial
the flight. Yeah, not as easy as the flight we took.
Right. Ryan says lots of coffee. I mean, you and I have, you know, a beautiful life. We get on the team charter. We're well fed, enjoy ourselves. We're rested. And these guys do a great job for us. They will all season long. Part of our team. And when you have a new team, the 32nd franchise in the NHL, you have to develop an identity. What is it? Here's the general manager.
We've talked about it from day one. I mean, we get to establish that identity and establish our culture, and you know, we want to be a team that comes out and works hard every night. You know, our fans are paying good money to come to the rink. They should see a team that's competing hard in front of them. That's what we hope to do. And you know, we think we're good in a lot of areas. We'll see how the season goes along, and you know, some people are saying, can we score enough goals? But time will tell, right? When you look back at Vegas and their situation going in, they had a totally different plan than what sort of went down the road. So we'll see what happens here as we start to go. But it's a new group. We're starting to understand. We're starting to get together. We feel good about the group. But, you know, still we have some work to do as we sort of meld that group together moving forward.
Well, Ron Francis obviously built the team, but then he hands it over to Dave Haxtell, first ever coach. Played 3 seasons at the University of North Dakota, became the head coach, highly decorated there. Head coach of the Philadelphia Flyers. Went to work as an assistant with Toronto and hired on June 24th by the Kraken. And you've been around him now for a couple of weeks. What do you like about his style?
I like the way he has the practice plans, the game plans, and he wants the team to work hard. And the type of player that I was, that was something that was imperative to my game, so I like to see it out here.
Off the face-off, the Flames now will get it out to center ice. It goes by Lucic in a foot race with Adam Larson. He pays a price to make a play. A good job by the veteran defenseman. Lucic now moves it to an open corner. Larson will get to it. Moved along for Jacob Melanson out to center. Steered in by Seattle's Nathan Bastian. Vladar moves it for Stone, who has tied the game here in the second for Calgary. Bastian out of the corner. He'll cycle it back. Giordano point to point with Larson. Little pass in front detected by Michael Stone, and he'll walk it out. Stone through center, goes off in a change. He'll scale it all the way back in. Here's Trevor Lewis for Calgary along the boards, double teamed. As we see it up close, Giordano is one of those. Under 3 minutes left in the second period. Deadlocked at 2 here at the Saddle Dome. They continue to jam. Doesn't provide the most drama, but it concludes. Tanev goes across. Shillington shot, good block by young Melanson. Shillington for Tanev. The outside, a one-timer block. Giordano off the stick of Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk for Coleman. He's pestered. Tkachuk again. Delayed penalty against Seattle. Whipped wide by Lindholm. Now Tanev, Christopher Tanev. Vladar's on the bench. 6 skaters out. Elias Lindholm. All the way back, played outside the line by Calgary's Matthew Tkachuk. 2:12 left. Stretch pass finding Coleman. Now Fraze in front. Possession for Giordano and a stoppage of play.
Seattle, number 14, minor penalty, slashing.
And there's the call. They're going to have a slashing. Another opportunity for Seattle to work on their penalty kill, and an important one at that. Right here, Bastian comes over the top, right on the stick of Coleman. He kind of loses possession. That's where they're going to call the slash. Sometimes you like to see if it was on the hands or not. This one looked to be on the stick.
Third power play for the Flames. They are 0 for 2. Valimaki goes across. Taking the shot, Stone. He'll deal it down deep. Get it back for Michael Backlund. Michael Stone straight away. At his side, Valimaki. And off the defensive stick of Carson Soucy to the corner. Good hustle by Seattle's Will Borgen. Mangiapane feeds it in for Lucic. Get it again this way for Jonas Donskoy, who breaks it up. Tries to clear for the Kraken. The Flames trap the zone. You're looking at Michael Backlund. He'll sort it out. Shot taken, swallowed up by Grubauer.
And so far, so good on this penalty kill for the Kraken. They're keeping them to the outside, which is key. You're allowing the penalty killers to stay on the inside. You'll let them work the puck around the outside. If this is the shot you're going to give up, you're going to be okay with that. You see Soucy is going down to block the shot, but he's taking away the far side of the net. Most penalty kills will want the defender to give the short side to the goalie.
Great look, clear view for the goalie. Philip Grubauer will handle all of those from that area. Now Lindholm moved along. Kachuk hassled by Schwartz. Lindholm down low, broken up. Good play, hard off the glass and out by Hayden Fleury. Vladar, be careful there. He almost mishandled in the no-play zone. Appleton blocked in front by Rasmus Andersson. Short-handed opportunity for Seattle as Vladar was caught in no man's land. Along the boards, Lindholm draws it back for Calgary. Elias Lindholm to the goal line. Here's Andersson. Johnny Gaudreau waiting. Andersson gets it back this way. Lindholm, Andersson, tipped wide off the stick of Schwartz. 43 seconds left here in the second period. Adam Larsson gets help from Jaden Schwartz right up the gut. He'll kill time.
Yeah, that was a close one there on Vladar being almost in the no-play zone. He can only play it in the trapezoid. It made for a sticky situation for Calgary.
We're going to put you to work. Hockey 101 in just a moment if we get a chance. Now Donskoy along the boards. Kachuk, Shillington with a shot blocked by Riley Sheahan. 15 seconds left here in the second period. Donskoy for Seattle. Moving in, no quarter given by Shillington. Curling is Sheahan. Riley Sheahan all the way back now for Carson Soucy. Calgary's power play is 0 for 3. One shot on the last one. 2 periods in the books. Deadlocked at 2.
Yeah, that wasn't as impressive of a second period for Seattle. They only were able to manage 2 shots on net. A lot of that has to do with being on the penalty kill and taking away some of that momentum. You'd like to see them get back to what they did in the first, going into the third period here.
Okay, so we saw Daniel Vladar get caught in an area you don't want to be as a goalie. Tell us why.
Yeah, so if Vladar plays the puck outside of the trapezoid, it's going to be a penalty. So that's where you see him kind of double check. He's like, oh, I'm there, I'm not. Tries to get it, but Andersson comes in with a great diving save to stop a chance from Appleton. But again, he wants to play it. He realizes he can't do it. He's kind of scrambling back, but it's Andersson with an all-out effort play to stop what could have been, a grade A opportunity.
Very close. Really close.
Very close. He wants to go back for it, but again, realizes at the last second that he can't play the puck in that area.
Calgary chapter of the Kraken Nation will get refreshed. They'll come back for this third period. Seattle had built a 2-0 lead in this game. Matthew Tkachuk scoring in the first period for Calgary. Michael Stone tying the game here in the second. But a great start for the Kraken, and the first goal scored in the appropriate fashion by Mark Giordano.
Just getting up into the play. Defense leads to offense, and he goes with the backhand right, and it slips it right through. You see the smiles, you got to be happy for the guy.
We're going to be speaking with Jaden Schwartz in just a moment here. We'll see the second goal here for Seattle as they build an early lead.
Yeah, on this one, he uses his offensive instincts to spin off the defender in front. It leaves him wide open in an empty net to put the puck into.
So the lead's cut in half on this one by Matthew Tkachuk, who sneaks in right here.
Yeah, it was an interesting bounce going behind. It looks like Grubauer was thinking the players behind the net were going to hold on to the puck. It popped right out. Tkachuk was right in the doorstep, right where goal scorers can score goals.
In the second period, Michael Stone will tie the game. We're deadlocked at 2 here at the Saddle Dome. John Forsland, JT Brown. Momentarily, we are expecting Jaden Schwartz of the Kraken. to take a look at the upcoming schedule. We'll be on King 5 Friday night from Everett. Kraken and the Oilers. The Flames back on Kong Saturday night from Kent. The preseason goes back to Root Sports, your home for the Seattle Kraken all season. That'll be Tuesday night from Rogers Arena in Vancouver. Second meeting of preseason with the Canucks, so we look forward to that. Fans are enjoying this one, and now we're joined by Jaden Schwartz. Jaden, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here. Just talk about the team through 2 periods, the response tonight, and what you guys need to do in the 3rd period to get the win.
Yeah, I thought we came out good. We had a good start, and giving them a few power plays, which gives them momentum a little bit, and just being a little bit sharper with the puck. Couple of turnovers there gave them, they're good off the rush, so they took advantage of a couple of those. So tied going to the 3rd, should be a fun period, and just regroup here and get our energy back.
Do you want to walk us through your goal?
You got to remember it.
Yeah,
that's the first thing.
I think Ebbs had in the corner, made a good sauce pass up to Larson, and I think I was just in front of that with one guy and just kind of tried to spin for a rebound, and I got lucky. It kind of just popped right on my tape.
Yeah, we looked at that, and there was a battle in front, and that's just the smart offensive instincts that you have to spin off and get away from the defender.
Yeah, either try to get a tip on it if I'm standing still, or just trying to create havoc in front. When you got bodies in front, it makes it tough for the goalie to see, and makes it uncomfortable for him. And when you get numbers to the net and pucks through, you get bounces like that sometimes.
Jaden, you had some great years in St. Louis. You had the Stanley Cup, and I want you to talk about this opportunity, what it means to you at this point in your career.
It's exciting. It's been a lot of fun, and a lot of energy with a bunch of guys coming to a new city. Seattle's awesome, where everyone's having a really good time and enjoying the city. It's so beautiful there, and we've got a great group of guys here, all getting to know each other and trying to build our game and build chemistry. But it's fun for everyone, and for me, it's a bit of a fresh start, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm glad. Really glad that I was lucky to get the opportunity to come here.
We're lucky to have you. Good luck in the 3rd period.
All right, thanks, guys.
Jaden Schwartz taking time out. From the construction to the food options, CPA attendees will have every aspect of CPA because it was designed to better the environment. Here's Ross Fletcher explaining what it means to be the world's first net zero carbon emission arena.
John, JT, thanks very much. It won't be long until the first NHL regular season game here against the Vancouver Canucks. It's going to be epic. There's so much to get used to about this new team, including the new arena under this historic roof. One of those new things is getting used to calling this place Climate Pledge Arena. But do you know what the Climate Pledge actually is? Well, Climate Pledge Arena was named in partnership with Amazon, whose goal of the Climate Pledge is to include other businesses in becoming net zero carbon in their emissions by 2040. The word sustainability is used a lot here at Climate Pledge Arena, as this place aims to become the world's first net zero carbon arena. It's bold, it's innovative, it's sustainable, the ideas are progressive, and here's why they chose to take it on.
In terms of climate change, we've known for quite some time now that we have to do everything differently. We need eventually our cities to be running without any fossil fuels. We need our cities to be running solely on renewable energy. The good thing is, I think we're at the cusp of a huge sea change.
Well, Seattle's always been a place that has valued this incredible resource of the outdoors.
This project represents a new era for the sports and entertainment industry.
Well, in 1962, an architect named Paul Thury designed this building for the World's Fair. In true Seattle style, we've saved the roof and recycled this building.
This has been an effort by community through and through. We're going to break ground on this, and when this is done, it will be the best arena anywhere.
There's never been a game plan for something like this.
I'm proud that this whole project is really about climate and the climate pledge, and not being named after sort of a big corporation. It's actually being named after a vision. The idea that we need to move to a responsible place around climate.
Buildings like this were dependent upon gas, natural gas. Well, we're not going to have gas in this building.
We're going to be capturing rainwater from our roofs and using it to make the ice.
How can you not have a building that's committed to the Climate Pledge. How can our players not be skating on anything other than rainwater?
We got rid of all fossil fuel use. We've fully decarbonized. We've gotten rid of natural gas for everything in the arena. The electricity to make the ice is renewable. All the electricity is also being generated by off-site solar farms, so completely powered by renewable energy. Even the Zamboni's electric. We need to be not only zero energy, but we need to be zero waste.
We believe by 2024 we'll be a no plastics building. So we're not just going on the journey. Our fans are going to go with us. Our corporate partners are going to go with us.
The two pillars of our foundation are equity and sustainability. So focusing on taking care of each other, these pillars are related.
This new arena is actually going to be the first in the world to be certified zero carbon by the International Living Future Institute, the leading green building organization for advanced green building projects. A whole arena that will be a venue for thousands and thousands of people and be part of something that is historic, a truly fossil fuel-free, net zero energy facility.
When the building opens, our fans are going to walk in and realize that it's not only one of the most beautiful arenas, every event, it stands for something powerful. Sustainability and protecting our earth and its resources.
Well, when you come to Climate Pledge Arena, you'll not only be able to see and feel the way sustainability has been built in, you'll also be able to taste it too. I've been very lucky to sample some of the food that will be on offer here, and I have to say it's incredible. It's like no other arena food I've ever tasted before. You'll be blown away by what Chef Molly and her team have been able to give you.
The reason why I started cooking, it was all about connection. It's a way every culture, every country, they communicate with food, and I was enamored with it. I was always just so curious to learn more and more, and I am so stoked that it's led me to this great path that I've had. This project itself aligns with everything that's in me. When we talk about sustainability, one of the biggest messages is making sure we're using actual agriculture companies locally. That's what I think you're gonna get when you come to Climate Pledge Arena.
We've made an agreement with our partners. We're going to try and source 75% of our product within 300 miles of the arena. That's a big challenge, but we're partnering with some really good local purveyors. We're focusing towards the Pacific Northwest palate and making sure everybody comes in there and understands that they are back in the Pacific Northwest.
We made a pledge, and that's how we're taking that approach. This is serious for us. The program we're putting together is going to make suppliers, vendors, be compostable, get rid of single-serve plastic. Sometimes you got to force the market.
You have to show up every single day when you make a commitment that you're going to serve safe, fresh, local food to 17,000 plus fans. There's an amazing team behind me that all come together to pull this off. So every guest that walks in feels like they're the only person that's being served in that moment.
Our sustainability approach is making it more challenging, but it's all for the right reasons. I'm excited in the fact that we're building an arena that is going to be accepted by the local community and deliver exceptional experiences.
Everyone in this industry has a responsibility to do better for our consumers. I think people feel that there's this conceived notion that we can't do it on a large scale, and I'm so excited to be a part of a group of people that are going to challenge that and that are going to push the boundaries, and Seattle's the perfect platform for that.
So basically, come on an empty stomach. I can't believe Puck Drop is almost here at Climate Pledge, the first of many. This is an arena that's built to last and built for the future of our planet. From Climate Pledge Arena, JT, John, it's back to you.
Thank you, Ross. The bookings team has been working hard to book concerts and shows as we look forward to the return of live music and entertainment. If you've missed any of the announcements, don't worry. We've got the whole calendar right here, right now.
Under our roof lives live events. Don't miss the grand opening show, Coldplay, Eric Church, Andrea Bocelli, the Eagles, Evanescence, and Hailstorm. Trevor Noah.
You don't have a GPS, you get yourself one. It's the best thing you'll ever do. I bought one off Craigslist, and the guy who sold it to me didn't tell me that it was a Spanish language GPS. Look, I still get around because the arrows are in English, thank God.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Battle in Seattle. Joe Coy.
When my mom found out I could impersonate Michael Jackson, it was the best day and the worst day of my life. Best day because my mom was like, oh, you have talent. It was the worst day because my mom was like, oh, you have talent.
Kane Brown. Bad Bunny. The Weeknd. Imagine Dragons. John Mayer. So I can see Billie Eilish. Dua Lipa. Tyler, the Creator. J Balvin. The Killers. And New Order. And Pet Shop Boys. Climate Pledge Arena, opening October 2021. For more information, visit climatepledgearena.com.
The NHL has arrived in the Pacific Northwest. Watch every Kraken goal, catch every unforgettable moment of the inaugural season on Root Sports. Check with your local provider to see if they will be carrying your Seattle Kraken all season long on Root Sports. Let's take a look at the numbers. After 40 minutes, the Kraken had but 2 shots in the second period. Calgary getting the equalizer from Michael Stone. Seattle has 12 blocks in the game. The shots and the hits favoring Calgary in that second period. Take a look at the special teams numbers, and Calgary has won 59% of the faceoffs so far, but the game is level at 2. We'll see what happens in the third period from the Scotiabank Saddledome here in Calgary. JT and I have the third period for you, the Kraken and the Flames. Preseason game number 3. We'll see what happens in period 3 right after this. Period. Good hockey game, deadlocked at 2. We could have a fantastic finish, we hope, for the Seattle Kraken here tonight. Fans here in Calgary, great crowd last night for the first time in over 500 days in Edmonton, but in Seattle, when the doors open for Climate Pledge Arena and the Kraken Nation is out in full force, these guys will play in front of a great crowd and maybe the best crowd in the National Hockey League. Time will tell. Ron Francis knows how important it is to have the fans in the house.
I think that the fans here seem to know more about the game initially here with the junior teams in the area, the totems and the history. So I think it's, you know, for a player, you come into that market, and the thing that was key with our guys when they came in for the expansion draft broadcast, they love the energy, right? The fans have that energy in this market. It's known for being a great sports town. I think our building's going to be very intimate, so it's going to be a loud building, and I think the players are going to love playing.
The night is over for Philip Grubauer. Completes 2 periods of work here. I'm sure his next start will be a full 60 minutes. And Joey Decord will play for the second time in preseason. And JT, not too bad last night in Edmonton for him.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, how hard it is to come off the bench cold and be locked in, ready to go. He did very well last night. Stopped 9 out of 10 shots. He's looking for a similar performance tonight.
Kraken will have 3 preseason games after this. Dave Hackstall, I'm sure the roster will be trimmed very shortly. They'll get down to almost the NHL roster. Make the final decisions. 23 is the maximum. That's what you can carry on any National Hockey League team. Jaden Schwartz, one of 2 goal scorers tonight for the Kraken. Mark Giordano back at home, started the scoring. He played 15 seasons as one of the best Flames. You have to think that number 5's going up to the rafters here at some point when his career is over.
I know I don't have a vote for it, but if I did, I would say for sure 100% for me.
No doubt about it. We hope a long tenure with the Seattle Kraken. Take a look at the retired numbers. Goaltender Mike Vernon, the great Jerome McGinley, Lanny McDonald, Al McGinnis, Joe Nieuwendyk. Great history in this great hockey town, and Seattle will become all of that. Through center now, Jared McCann will clear it in. Deadlocked at 2, John Forsland and JT Brown. Tonight on Kong, and Friday night will swing over to King 5. The Kraken and the Oilers from Everett. Christopher Tanev, Jordan Eberle went down. He's slow to get up for Seattle. Tanev now walks it out to center for Oliver Shillington. Moving in on Adam Larson. Larson and Giordano at his side. The wall sealed by Matthew Tkachuk. He scored Calgary's first goal in the first period tonight. Jonas Donskoy gave it away. Anderson, a shot taken, blocker down by Joey Decord. Zadorov popping out Coleman. Nikita Zadorov gets it back. Shot rubbed out by McCann. Jaden Schwartz has control. He'll feather one out to center ice. It's pitched in the zone by Jonas Donskoy. Vladar, who will go the entire game tonight for Calgary. Rasmus Andersson right on the money for Mangiapane. Now Backlund with a shot turned out by Decord, directed right to the corner. Now Ryan Donato. Joey Decord with a handle. To the corner, Will Borgen. Directly off the boards and out. Donskoy off bodies. In the flame zone, Valimaki covering up. Now Backlund. Moved across by Mangiapane. It deflects in. Wide of Decord. Icing here.
Never want to see anybody go down. Eberle's just coming in. It looks like, yep, caught him with an elbow there. Looks like it could be a missed call right there on Coleman. Eberle wasn't very happy about it. Went back to the benches, checking his teeth, making sure they're all there.
Yeah, that could have been called. You agree?
It could have been a call, yes.
Face-off controlled by Calgary. Valimaki will get it back from Johnny Gaudreau. He'll scamper away from Bastion. Gaudreau now slams it, rims it all the way around. Hayden Fleury paired on defense with his brother Cale, who has it now. Cale Fleury will move it along the boards. Good work by Gaudin to get there, and now it's cleared out to center ice. Comes all the way back down, and icing is called against Seattle. 2 minutes gone here in the third period. What can Seattle do to muster more offense? Only 2 shots in the second period.
Again, they were successful in the first period when they were getting pucks in deep and then retrieving them, and that's what gives them the extended zone time. Without the extended zone time, it's going to be a one-and-done chance.
Yeah, they dominated possession in the first period. That went away for long stretches in the second. Gaudin now pawed down by Cale Fleury. True. Glenn Gaudin attempting to get to it. Punched out of the zone by Cale Fleury again. Christopher Tanev. Milan Lucic by him. Giordano on his horse. He'll get to it. Forechecked by Glenn Gaudin. Was off the stick of Melanson, back out to center ice. Shillington covering up. Inside his own stripe. A quick up detected by Alexander True. Christopher Tanev will take it back. Shouldered by True. Lewis. Shillington under duress. Good recovery by Oliver Shillington. It comes back out to center ice. Giordano. He's pestered by Milan Lucic. Good recovery by Mark, and now Adam Larson. Aerial flip out to center. Rasmus Andersson shortening up on the stick with a tight turn. Now the Flames are back out to center ice. Fanning on it. Got to get back Zadorov. Now Will Borgen, former Buffalo Sabre. There's room to take a peek up the ice. He headmans to Jordan Eberle on and off his stick. Schwartz drags in on Zadorov. Eberle gets to it. Here's McCann at the hash marks. Jared McCann off a stick. And off Walker Durer, and it comes all the way back down. Here's Carson Soucy, 16:30 left in this third period at Scotiabank Saddledome. John and JT with you as always. And Susie will sort it out. Will Borgen. Calgary positioned well through the middle. Morgan Geekie. Shove one in for Borgen. He's rubbed out by Valimaki. Here's Geekie. Separated from the puck. Good job on him by Elias Lindholm. Schwartz. As Seattle is changing. Cale Fleury. Shadowed a bit by Matthew Tkachuk. Hayden Fleury. Out to center now. Donato clears it in. Christopher Tanev flushed out by Morgan Geekie. Good pinch by Cale Fleury. Geekie has room. The backhand dish. Broken up. Good play by Tkachuk. Now Lindholm. A handoff for Tanev. He'll go wide. Good block by Hayden Fleury. Ryan Donato for Morgan Geekie. Little sweep check by Blake Coleman on him. Ryan Donato at the line, negated by Christopher Tanev. Coleman, Donskoy's all over him. Who wants it here? Backlund for Calgary. Back the other way. Backlund over the line, tries to waltz through the D. Cale Fleury on him. Take him off the puck. That allowed Riley Sheahan a chance to get it out. He'll clear it in. Rasmus Anderson coming back, but icing is called with 15:11 left in regulation time.
Another thing that they can do to generate a little bit more offense is making the right decision on when to dump the puck and when to skate it. There's going to be times where you don't need to dump the puck. You have the open ice, you have the room. That's where you allow the players to get creative. But there are times where Calgary's done a good job of smothering them in the neutral zone, and that's when they need to get the puck in deep.
Now Giordano. Gaudreau out of the corner. Giordano on him. Out of the four-man scrum. Backlund. Johnny Gaudreau. Zadorov, and now Anderson. Gaudreau again off the stick of Giordano out in front. Johnny Gaudreau gets it back. He'll sort it out. He'll trade places with Zadorov. Cross ice. Good read by Adam Larson. He'll get it out. Calgary now retreats. They get onside. The Kraken take over in the person of Adam Larson. On a line change, you're looking at Mason Appleton. 14.5 left to go in regulation time. He'll dump it in. Vladar in the trapezoid. Moves it. Lucic on the wall. Hampered by Borgen. It deflects. The Flames will possess it. Lewis for Stone. A slam in. Caught by Joey Decord. He'll melt it down.
Larson's going to show his vision, and Smart's on the defensive side. He realizes that this is the play. It's going over to Anderson down low. Anticipation is key here. He sticks his stick out. He jumps the play and makes a play that could have been something into nothing.
Right. Just about 6 minutes gone in this third period. Valimaki races to it. The Kraken get control. McCann hit hard that time. Glenn Gaudin coming up high on Jared McCann out of the corner. Lucic checked by Borgen. Eberle from the point. Valimaki scooped up again by Joey Decord. He'll slow it down. Little disturbance here after the fact. It was Glenn Gaudin, 42 there, who initially hit Jared McCann. And the guys will police this situation on both sides. So 13:53 left to go in this third period in Calgary. The Kraken and the Flames are deadlocked at 2. It's been a physical game all night long, and a high hit by Gaudin that time on McCann. We're back. For Climate Pledge Arena's grand opening on Friday, October 22nd. The only way to see this spectacular show is with special VIP tickets. To find out more, visit Ticketmaster.com. What you think of that hit?
It's close. I mean, it's a play. It's a hard hit. It's a high hit. He's a few inches away from possibly getting a call. I don't believe it should have been called a penalty, but it's one of those ones where it's borderline. If McCann changes his angle just a little bit, he might be getting a call from the league, but I don't think it was a penalty on this one.
Agree with you. Off the draw, Gaudin, who made the hit on McCann, won the face-off. Back out to center. McCann takes a run at Trevor Lewis, knocks his lid off. Decord now for McCann. Morgan now through the middle, broken up. Eberle now taken back. Tanev in control, laid out to center ice. Lucic at the line, an exchange with Fraze in on Decord. Smart choice, slow it down, get a face-off. 13:25 left in this third period.
McCann was on the wrong end of one hit, comes right out and goes right after Lewis and throws a big body check. Got right back into the game.
And a feisty night for the Kraken, that's good to see.
A little bit of anger from taking that hit outside the blue line, but that's good.
It's real in a couple of weeks. Anderson with a shot through traffic, blocked by Riley Sheahan. He's got it. Now you're looking at Nathan Bastian. He'll move it in. Gapping up on him was Zadorov to the corner. Dug out by Seattle. Sheahan. His shot stopped by Vladar. The rebound there for the taking. Hack and whack time. And Vladar will slow it down. He'll cover up. Just about 7 minutes gone in this third period.
And we're 7 minutes in, and that's the first shot, but it was a good one. Sheahan wins the battle off the wall, cuts inside, and it's the attacking the net. You like to see guys getting pucks to the net, taking that extra step right off the wall, putting it on net instead of trying to make a fancy play there. You have Appleton at the net front. Bastian's making his way to the net front. Getting to the puck to the net is never a bad idea.
That's going to get it done in a game like this. Take a look at the shots by Perry. Good start by the Kraken. And they've come up empty. That was only their third shot in about 30 minutes of playing time. Geekie wins it back. Cale Fleury popping out on a set play. Donskoy blocked in front. Good block off the draw by the center. Lindholm defensively. Now this is Ryan Donato. Wrapped up, tied up along the boards. 5 players converge on it. He kicks out to Hayden Fleury. To open space. Geekie overskates it. Valimaki for Calgary. Good job by Donato on him. Jonas Donskoy is sealed off by Lindholm along the boards. Now Michael Stone, who tied the game with his goal in the second period. Cale Fleury. Little self-pass to the wall. Pinched by Valimaki. Morgan Geekie floats it out. Ryan Donato will get to it. He's double teamed. Broken up momentarily by Tkachuk, and it's rolled in on Vladar. Just about 8 minutes gone in this third period. Tied at 2 here in Calgary. And a disturbance between the two benches, Ryan Donato and Matthew Tkachuk.
Couple slashes going back and forth after the play. It was a hard back check on Donato. They're both going for a change. It's that little hit that upsets Donato, and then they whack each other back and forth with their stick. Going to take them both in a situation like that.
So it will open up the ice. We'll get to 4-on-4. Matching penalties.
And this might actually help Seattle to be able to have a little bit more open ice, to try to generate a little bit more offense that they haven't been able to do over the last period and a half or so. That open ice can make it and let those skill players make the plays.
Dave Hackstall will put out the skill. And Jared McCann and Jaden Schwartz up front. Larson and Giordano are back. It goes by Mark Giordano. Down to Joey Decord. Young goaltender out of Arizona State. Now Giordano through the middle. Starts a breakout with Schwartz at his side. He cuts across. Tries to get to his backhand. He was defended well by Shillington. Backlund for Shillington. Backlund will get it back. We'll play it off the stick, off the cord, off the boards. Adam Larson now sorts it out. Here's Jaden Schwartz. He'll send it back for Larson inside his own line. 11:30 left in regulation time here at the Saddle Dome. Giordano for Eberle. Now Jonas Donskoy hits the line. Goes through the slot and a handoff for Borgen. Will Borgen negotiates. Makes a move. Out in front of chance. Vladar said no. Donskoy on the doorstep.
And that's 4-on-4 hockey. You have a lot more open ice. Guys have more room to make these plays. Borgen with the nice move inside out. He cuts the middle, protects the puck very well, tries to get it down to Donskoy. It just bounces a little bit and the puck is smothered up. But it's you have more space. You have the ability to get inside without having an extra defender.
Now Rasmus Andersson in control for Blake Coleman. Zadorov out to center. The Flames on the attack. Here's Lindholm. Good defense by Carson Soucy. Aired on defense with Will Borgen. Donskoy shoves it in on Vladar. He'll leave it for Anderson. Forecheck by Eberle. A handoff for Susi. He'll advance in, but it's detected by Rasmus Anderson. Seattle will change as we look at 30 seconds left in terms of the 4-on-4 sequence. Seattle jumped out to a 2-0 lead. That lead cut in half by Matthew Tkachuk's goal in the first period. Tying goal by Michael Stone in the second. Gaudreau, Johnny Gaudreau, lays it along. Valimaki circles away from Cale Fleury. Johnny Gaudreau dishes off for Valimaki. He'll draw it away from Cale Fleury. The Flames cycle it, this time with Michael Backlund. Juuso Valimaki stood up defensively by Cale Fleury. Rug it along the boards, it's available. Jumped on by Backlund. Out in front, taken care of by Hayden Fleury. Cale to the outside. And Cale Fleury has another crack at it. He'll lug it out. Donato springs Geekie right in. Oh, a good save by Vladar. As Calgary dodges that one. Carried out by Johnny Gaudreau. He'll take it back. Under 10 minutes left in this third period. This is Oliver Shillington. He'll rim it all the way around on a change. Duer out in front, negated by Bastian. Walker Duer gets it back. Maybe Decord got a piece of that. Shillington across. Christopher Tanev, a wrist shot. Tipped on. Decord says no. He's got it. 9:24 left in regulation time here in Calgary. Morgan Geekie's had an excellent training camp. He gets a great chance here. Dan Vladar shuts the door. Decord getting it done.
Well, he had to be good on this one. Shot from the point, slight miscommunication, but Kirkland standing all alone in front. If there's any rebound, Kirkland standing by himself.
Christopher Tanev with a shot. Justin Kirkland right there. Good job by the 25-year-old from Boston, Massachusetts. Brandon's older brother, Christopher. Top pairing defenseman. Normally paired with Noah Hannafin, who's not in the lineup tonight for Calgary. Oliver Shillington's getting a chance. Glenn Gaudin on the draw here for Calgary, opposed by Jared McCann. The Kraken in control, Giordano. Fan on a dump out, and he's greeted there by Trevor Lewis. Lewis played last season in Winnipeg. Up to flex all the way back in Kraken ice. Larson for Giordano. Help from McCann off the boards. Tanev in the center zone. Good play. Knocking it down, Eberle. Jordan Eberle with a shot. Turned out by Vladar. And Tanev got it back out to center. Now the Kraken having an epiphany here offensively. To the point. Larson goes deep. Vladar will get to it. 8:44 left in this third period. Preseason game number 3 for the Seattle Kraken. Same for Calgary, looking for their first win of preseason play. Penalty upcoming against the Kraken on the way out. Vladar to the bench. 6 skaters out for Daryl Sutter. Lindholm, now Christopher Tanev. Through the center zone, hits the line. To the outside, Tkachuk. Will drag on Susi. He goes down. Play is whistled dead.
Seattle 15, minor penalty, hooking.
Sheahan goes to try to chase him out from behind the net. He gets his stick caught a little bit too much, tries to let go, but by that time it's too late.
Yeah.
You're going to get that call. That's what's hard for a forward trying to chase out the defenseman, because they can use the net to leverage, and it makes it hard. You want to reach, you want to get that extra grab, but then a lot of the times you're going to get called for it.
Yeah, good intention, but you almost have to let him go, right? You just have to let him go. Obstruction call. Huge moment for the Kraken here on the kill. Off the draw, Anderson to the outside of Donskoy, who stays tough on it. Rasmus Anderson this way, Johnny Gaudreau. He'll tee it up. The court again says no. He's got it.
We've seen this again. Seattle's power, or penalty kill, has been good at keeping the puck to the outside. Gaudreau is a great player, but you still want him to shoot from out there. You'd rather have the shot come from the outside and from farther out, even if it's from a good player like Gaudreau.
Lindholm, Tkachuk, Coleman, Johnny Gaudreau, Rasmus Andersson, the power play unit. Now Tkachuk, Donskoy, and Appleton up front as killers with Giordano and Larson back. Johnny Gaudreau, Coleman off the end boards by Giordano. Getting to it is Mason Appleton. It's available for Coleman. Rasmus Andersson moves it along. Lindholm, Gaudreau out in front. Decord got the pad down on Coleman. Then a recovery on Tkachuk. No further play.
Well, they're going after it a little bit here in front of the net.
Calgary 19 minor penalty roughing.
So Matthew Tkachuk, JT a little overzealous. He gets the game.
Yeah, a lot of times they look for that, especially since you already have the man advantage. There's no need for you to be in front of the net. And right here, look at this, he's diving in. Although I don't see the rough yet. I'm sure it's for the extracurriculars and the face washing after the play. Right there, yep, hand in the face. That's more than likely what caused the penalty.
Yeah, there's probably a verbal cue from the ref to stop, and they keep going, and if so, a control call to keep it under control. So we get to a 4-on-4 sequence now for 68 seconds, and they score! What a chance, Jordan Eberle in the right place at the right time with Jaden Schwartz right out in front, and the Kraken have a 3-2 lead.
Well, he's having himself a good night tonight. Right here, in on the forecheck. You go hard on the forecheck, causing a turnover. Stick down on the ice. Schwartz just finds his way back to the front of the net, and he's all alone. Fantastic shot, puts it right up over the blocker. Again, that's just starts from a good forecheck.
Great pass by Jordan Eberle and a finish by Schwartz. His second goal tonight. And the Kraken have their second lead of this one. It's time by a count of 3-2. Mangiapane out through center. Hits the line. Forced a bit by Decord, left and back of the goal. And gets to the outside. Shillington. Shadowed by Geekie. Now Tanev up top. Shillington advancing. Dropping it off for Christopher Tanev. It deflects off Donskoy. And here by Trevor Lewis. One-timer. Shillington deflects wide. Morgan Geekie now in control. Donskoy attempting to wheel it out. Played along the boards by Lewis. Back again. Tanev retreats with Zadorov. 6:35 left in this third period. 17 seconds in terms of the 4-on-4. 3-2 Seattle on the goal by Jaden Schwartz. Now backtracking is Larson with Giordano. Schwartz is second of the game, second of preseason from Eberle at 12:37. Has broken the tie. Eberle now for Schwartz. Left along the boards. Coleman says hello to Donato. And Zadorov will clear it again down to Joey Decord. 14 minutes gone in this third period. Power play for the Kraken. 23 seconds left in it. Now Donato. He'll move it in. Left and back of the goal. Valimaki all over Donato. Loose again. Fought for at the side of the net. It kicks out. Kirkland will clear it all the way back down to Joey Decord. Matthew Tkachuk is back in 5 seconds. Will Borgen drops it on for Mason Appleton. With steam, he goes wide. He'll circle the track. Appleton lays it back for Soucy. He'll play it intentionally off the boards and back up Vladar. Nathan Bastian now in control. Even terms on the ice where it counts. The Kraken by 1. Out of the corner. Appleton. He'll grind it back. Hit by Nathan Bastian all the way around. Pinched by Soucy. A cover by Riley Sheahan. Soucy out of the corner. From the shove by Mangiapane. Bastian with a power move. Stopped by Vladar. He'll freeze. Nathan Bastian. Diligence down low and it pays off. 5:04 left in this third period. Have a night. Jaden Schwartz getting a beautiful pass from Jordan Eberle. And the Kraken in Calgary up by 1. Jaden Schwartz, 2 goals tonight, and how he's making it happen.
He's done a really good job of getting to the inside and getting into those high-quality scoring areas. Great spin off the defender for a goal right out in front. This one, he starts the forecheck, forces them to go back, but stops right in front of the net. He's able to get the puck back in high-quality scoring areas.
Take a look at the shot chart, where it's come from tonight. Key areas. We highlighted that line at the outset of the game. Susie now in control, moved along. Anderson, inside track on Nathan Bastian. More belligerence in back of the goal. It kicks out to the corner. There's Appleton. Head of Mangiapane. He'll stop and start a couple of times. Sheahan with a shot turned out by Vladar. To the high slot it goes. Riley Sheahan broken up by Michael Backlund. Here come the Flames. Johnny Gaudreau for Backlund. He's defended beautifully by Carson Soucy. Goes by Gaudreau. You see it come all the way back in the Flame zone with 4:23 left here in Calgary. Seattle looking for their second win in 3 tries in preseason. Johnny Gaudreau clears it all the way around. There's Trevor Lewis. Stood up by Morgan Geekie. Hayden Fleury is there too for the Kraken. And a jam up with Glenn Gaudin. They jam. Pin it up against the boards. Pried out by Geekie with help from Donato. Laid out to center. Tanev takes it back for Shillington. He'll headman for Lucic. Gaudin with a shot. Stopped twice by Decord. Brilliant goaltending. And it comes back out to center. Now Shillington. Fed in over the head of Decord in the screen, and we get a stoppage.
What an incredible save. This one was a great shot right off the pad. Plays it perfectly where Lucic can get it. Pass off the pads, but Decord with his athleticism gets back over and says no.
Wow. We'll get a great look here from up top.
Just a solid push. He gets over. Lucic probably shaking his head on that one. How did he get it?
His line in this 3rd period. Sitting again cold for 2 periods. Coming in a tough spot. That's his job. It's his opportunity. He's making the most of it. Outstanding work last night in Edmonton, and now this. Giordano. Tried to pop it out. Tkachuk was there, and now Larson. A good job just to forge it out to center ice. Zadorov broken up. Schwartz, Everly Schwartz, what a save! Vladar got across, hat trick bid, Jaden Schwartz. Now McCann moved along. Here's Stone at the line. Giordano coming all the way back. Adam Larson for Jared McCann. Kraken are changing, he'll feed it in. Under 3 minutes left. Vladar, a handle for Valimaki. Stone out of the corner, stretches out the ice, and the Kraken are offside.
It's a really good chance here. Schwartz comes in on the forecheck, strips the puck, gives it over to Everly. I like the non-selfish play to give it back to Schwartz. He has the chance for the hat trick, but again, it was a great save. Good plays all around.
Chance to put it away. Beautiful play.
Frustrating, you know, it's hard in the moment, but sometimes you look and you see like, man, that really was a good save. It was a great opportunity.
Top line tonight getting it done. You see the production. Mangiapane along the boards, off a stick. Backlund. Off a stick again, pestered by Donato. 2:32 left here in Calgary. Here comes Michael Backlund. He'll advance it. He scores! He delayed just long enough. 2:27 left. Michael Backlund has tied it.
It's right into the neutral zone. Seattle stops the play, but they're able to strip the puck and jump past, creating the 2-on-1. And Backlund knows right away he's going to shoot this puck head up right here. As soon as Borgen goes down, he knows he's got the shot right under the blocker.
High drama as Michael Backlund ties the game for the second time. Calgary tied it at 2 in the second period on a goal by Michael Stone. Now Michael Backlund comes through. The NHL has arrived in the Pacific Northwest. Watch every Kraken goal, catch every unforgettable moment of the inaugural season right here on Root Sports. Check with your local provider to see if they will be carrying your Seattle Kraken all season long on Root. We'll swing over to King 5 on Friday night. Back here on Kong on Saturday. Close it out Tuesday in Vancouver on Root. A chance out in front on a shot taken off the draw by Cale Fleury. Another chance, a broken stick for Cale, and it comes back out to center. Hayden Fleury will dump it back in. 2:05 left in this third period. Shillington has room. Seattle is changing. Backlund unassisted at 17:33 has tied it. Giordano moved along. Lindholm. Stick check by Appleton on him. $1:50 left in regulation. Giordano. Bastian starts the breakout. Gains the zone. A self pass. He'll go deep. He's defended by Rasmus Andersson. Punched along by Appleton. Wrapped up by Calgary's Coleman. Jam along the boards again. Out of the scrum. Bastian, good strength. Appleton, now Riley Sheahan. Mason Appleton. The puck rolling around. He goes deep again for Bastian. He'll try this side. He stood up by Andersson. Low to high, Larson at the point. Nathan Bastian with a shot blocked by Rasmus Andersson. It goes out of play.
Line's been good getting the puck in behind Calgary's defense and making them work at all times. Bastian has been all over around the front of the crease, behind the net, you know, using his size to create little mismatches.
1:17 left. Jaden Schwartz gave Seattle a 3-2 lead. Michael Backlund moments ago has tied it. He's out there for the draw against Morgan Geekie. Backlund wins it. Zadorov lays it out by Will Borgen and back. Susi takes a peek over his shoulder at Andrew Mangiapane. Jam in the corner, four-man scrum. Johnny Gaudreau is there. Now Backlund. He'll cycle high, cross ice. Tough pass for Andersson. He'll keep it deep. Under a minute left in regulation time. Gaudreau all the way around. There's Ryan Donato for the Kraken. Sealed off by Andersson. And it comes out to the center zone. Zadorov will take it back. Johnny Gaudreau is awaiting at the line with Mangiapane. Backlund. Gaudreau. Tough angle shut down by Decord. Out of the corner, Schwartz. Now in back of the goal, pestered by Mangiapane. To an open space. Will Borgen for Seattle. 30 seconds left in regulation time. They glided ahead, cut off by Christopher Tanev. Shillington off the shin guards of Backlund. Cale Fleury. Now Hayden Fleury. 17 seconds left. Cale through the middle on and off the stick of Eberle. He gets it back. Schwartz. Cross ice. McCann's shot. Canceled by the stick of Tanev. Schwartz out of the corner. McCann has room. A tough angle. Body down by Vladar. 2 seconds left. And for the first time in Kraken history, albeit in preseason, we get to overtime. Jaden Schwartz with a big night. Michael Backlund tied the game late on Joey Decord. 5 minutes, 3-on-3 sudden death. Straight ahead.
What's up, Seattle?
3-3, we get to overtime. Saturday, October 2nd. The Kraken will host the Calgary Flames. Preseason game at Accesso Showwear Center. Head over to SeattleThunderbirds.com. Grab the last tickets for the game in Kent on Saturday night. So, Mr. Brown, overtime awaits.
We talked about having a lot of open space when it was 4-on-4. Well, now we get to see 3-on-3. There's going to be even more space for these skilled players to make the plays that they want to do. And a lot of times it ends up being a chance-for-chance game in overtime.
The teams will trade ends. That creates a long change in the overtime session. Harder to get guys on and off the ice. As JT pointed out, 3-on-3. Used to be 4-on-4. There's all kinds of open ice, and the skill comes out for Seattle. Jaden Schwartz has had a huge game with Jared McCann and Mark Giordano. Elias Lindholm, Johnny Gaudreau, Rasmus Andersson on the ice for Calgary. Shots are even at 21. Score even at 3. McCann retreats back in his own zone. They'll look over the breakout. has some room at the line, crisscrossing with Giordano. He'll pull up, take it back again. A game of keep away here as we start overtime. Schwartz, Giordano. How about if he gets it done? He started the scoring back here in Calgary. What a story that would be. Giordano moved back. Schwartz with 2 goals. Darts, holds onto it. He'll circle away from Johnny Gaudreau. Send it back to his goaltender, Decord, for a change. The Kraken will get some fresh troops on the ice. Jordan Eberle has the puck. Jonas Donskoy, Hayden Fleury complete the troika. Donskoy moving in by Backlund. Jonas Donskoy circles the track off the back of the goal. Michael Backlund, who has tied the game, will crank it up for Calgary. Shadowed by Donskoy and then Eberle. Here's Hayden Fleury. Jordan Eberle takes it all the way back in his own zone. 3:47 left here in overtime in Calgary. Hayden Fleury looks it over. Donskoy makes a change. Mason Appleton will replace him. Swooping back, here comes Eberle. Jordan Eberle gains the zone, pushes everybody back. He'll button hook. Move it by Shillington, intended for Appleton. The Flames are on it in the person of Matthew Tkachuk. Michael Backlund through the center zone. Geekie, a forward, is back with Larson. Backlund goes wide. And Shillington up top, it deflects. Shillington popping out Tkachuk. Will deal it away for Backlund, back out to center. Calgary needs a change, so they tag up. Just about 2 minutes gone in overtime. Andrew Mangiapane on the off wing. Delays, takes it to the wall. Shillington guarded by Larson. And Larson forces him back out to center. This is Blake Coleman. Coleman at the line. Drops it off. Unattainable for Valimaki. Was by Coleman. Now Mason Appleton. Moves it back again. 2:39 left in a cautious overtime. Larson on a change for Jaden Schwartz. Has 2 of the 3 Seattle goals tonight. Schwartz, the former St. Louis Blue, he is cruising. He'll button hook, lay it back for McCann. His shot goes wide on the stick side of Vladar. Now the Kraken reset it. Schwartz, McCann, they crisscross. McCann's shot goes off the stick of Valimaki, and it goes out of play.
And if you're not used to watching a 3-on-3 overtime and you're wondering why they keep going back out of the zone, bringing the puck back to the goalie and going behind the net as they're waiting to set up the right play. It is so hard to get the puck back on 3-on-3, so you want to control the puck. They don't want to waste any opportunity with the puck, so they'd rather just bring it back out of the zone.
Now Rasmus Andersson with 2:10 left here in overtime. Donskoy, Eberle, and Hayden Fleury on the ice for the Kraken. Johnny Gaudreau hassled by Fleury to an open flank. Fleury stays right with Johnny Gaudreau. Anderson now again reestablishes the breakout for Calgary. Lindholm curling as Gaudreau away from Donskoy. He creates space with a head of steam. Johnny Gaudreau out in front for Lindholm, kicked out by Decord. Now Donskoy. Seattle back out at the line. Eberle goes off on a change with Donskoy. 90 seconds left here in OT. Johnny Gaudreau. Slingshot it back for Shillington. He'll move in on Fleury. He'll take it back of the goal. He's taken down by Hayden Fleury. Backlund to neutral ice for Tkachuk. The Flames get back on side. 70 seconds left. Deadlocked at 3 here at the Saddle Dome. This is Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk at the line away from Geekie. Now Shillington right in, swallowed up, a rebound given up, a chance for Shillington, stays out. Left in back of the goal, Hayden Fleury. Now Mason Appleton. The Kraken assert through center. Out in front, it deflects, cleaned up by Shillington. And Tkachuk will get to it. 40 seconds left. Matthew Tkachuk. Calgary completes a change. He'll gain the zone. Anderson through the slot, going wide. Guarded by Appleton. A vacated point as Coleman had crept in. 25 seconds left. Blake Coleman. McCann, Schwartz, and Larson on the ice for the Kraken. Coleman, Anderson, Mangiapane for the Flames. Schwartz, lead pass for McCann. Vladar in the trapezoid. 9 seconds left here in overtime. Flames get it out, down and out. Mangiapane, 3 seconds left. He'll pull up, take it back out to center, and we go to shootout here in Calgary.
It's definitely an entertaining 3-on-3. That's what the fans like to see, up and down the ice. Couple chances on each side, but I like to see a shootout here.
Well, we managed to see it no matter what the outcome here in preseason. Now for real, this is how they will determine games that are tied after overtime. We'll get to the penalty shot contest. What a game for Jaden Schwartz. That was needed tonight. You see the A on his sweater. Part of the leadership core of this team. The Seattle Kraken make their regular season debut on Root Sports on October the 14th. Don't miss a moment or a memory. Check with your provider to make sure they will carry Seattle Kraken hockey all season on Root Sports. So Joey Decord, it'll be in his hands. Another good job for the young goaltender. They'll go back to their original places. Will the goaltenders as we get to the shootout. Home team gets the opportunity to bat first or last, and they usually go first, JT. Why is that?
You know, I think it's because the goalie doesn't have as much time to rest before, you know, from the last overtime period. So if they shoot first, they're going to shoot on the goalie that's a little bit more tired.
And put the pressure on the other side and see if you can work that game. We'll see if Calgary decides to go first. Daniel Vladar has gone the distance in goal. Daryl Sutter will pick out his shooters, and it will be Johnny Gaudreau. So the Flames will go first. Johnny Hockey. For him, it was a disappointing season for a team that did not qualify for the Stanley Cup playoffs a year ago. Gaudreau walks in for a chance on Decord, and he holds his ground. Joey Decord got the pad right along the ice.
Some really smooth hands there from Johnny Hockey there. He comes in, but Decord doesn't bite. He stays on that side. He doesn't bite on the fake. So when he goes to his backhand, Decord's already against the post.
Jared McCann, shooter number 1 for the Seattle Kraken. His great hands. We'll see what he does. He accelerates. He scores! McCann with no mistake. And the Kraken go up by 1.
This really is a great shot here. Usually when you come down on this right side as a lefty, you're looking to go low blocker, but he switches it up and fires it up over the glove. It's a great play, a little misdirection.
Matthew Tkachuk scored the first goal tonight. He's in the 2-hole. Slowly in, he buries one between the legs. And the Flames have tied the shootout.
Well, that's one way to answer right back. Taking his time, head up, ready, quick shot, right underneath the pads. Decord doesn't even go down for it.
Good shot by Tkachuk. Mark Giordano. Let's listen. Coming home, let's see what happens. A miss hit and a stop by Vladar.
And that's really unfortunate. His stick broke on the attempt.
Broken in 2, we'll see it again. Giordano started the scoring tonight. Tough break here.
He has the shot, just a little bit too strong maybe.
Yeah. Justin Kirkland, young rookie, looks to make a showing here in training camp. Is the third shooter on Joey Decord, who shuts him down. Quality stop by 35.
And Decord really looked strong in the third period today. He looked strong yesterday in the shootout as well, only giving up 1 goal on 5 shots. He just seems confident in his position right now.
Jordan Eberle has been in this position so many times in his career. He too of great skill. He scores! Jordan Eberle gets it done. That's Kraken hockey. They win the shootout and defeat the Calgary Flames.
And that's the problem when you do decide to choose to shoot first. If you don't score, it allows Eberle to come down and try to win it for his team, and he does right here.
Came in with some speed, no hesitation. and no mistake.
And his head's up the whole time. He's looking and waiting to see what the goalie on the other side is going to do. As soon as he decides to shoot, it goes on and off the stick quickly. Vladar doesn't have enough time to react.
It's preseason, JT, but this is a character win tonight for the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah, again, it was a bounce back with a different roster. You got to see what they were made of. Yesterday wasn't the result they wanted, but coming out today, you battled, you went through some adversity, but you got it done in the end.
After losing last night in Edmonton 6-0, changed the lineup a little bit. They play hard right off the hop in the first period. A great start.
Yeah, what a way to get started with Mark Giordano coming back to Calgary and scoring the first goal of the night.
So Giordano writes a great story back in Calgary. Seattle goes up by 2. Jordan Eberle initiates the play. Larson from well out, and the finish by Jaden Schwartz.
The first one from Schwartz does a great job spinning off of his defender, finding the puck, maybe a little puck luck that it goes right onto his tape.
Matthew Tkachuk, JT, will dart in right here and put the Flames on the board.
And he sneaks in behind the defense and gets to the hard areas right in front of the net and is able to put one in off of a funnier bounce from behind the net.
Calgary took control right off the post, the opportunity that time, and then the follow-up by Michael Stone, and the game is tied in the second.
Yeah, Calgary definitely dominated the play in the second because of plays like that.
But a no-look pass by Jordan Eberle to Jaden Schwartz for his second goal of the game. Late in the third period, Seattle has a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, we talked about getting to the front of the net, and Jaden Schwartz did that constantly tonight.
Michael Backlund with a tire. Jordan Eberle gets the difference-making goal in the shootout, and Seattle has won 2 of their first 3 preseason games. They'll be in Everett on Friday night, take on the Edmonton Oilers. We'll be on King 5 for that one. The final count here in Calgary in the shootout, the Seattle Kraken 4, the Calgary Flames 3 for JT Brown. And our entire crew here at the Saddle Dome. This is John Forsland. Thanks for joining us, and good night from Calgary.